if you were to compare it to efforts of other people, it's not as much, and it pales in comparison. So I think some
God, you
people,
are so spot fucking on. Yes.
so they think that what their hard effort is hard effort. And sometimes it's true, but oftentimes it is delusional.
Hmm.
I think
Yeah,
that, like,
because they're trying to
I
market
agree
it.
with you so hard there. Like, having been divorced, I look back now, and the things that the fucking marriage counselor couldn't tell me, I could tell myself, is basically what you're saying. Like, I thought that I was doing right by trying this hard XYZ. I thought I was doing right by acknowledging these things that I knew were important to him, XYZ. And no, that's not the case. I was never doing enough, and I was never actually fully giving in to being his wife, and I know that now.
Just just a list of delusions here. Nihilistic delusions, the belief that a major catastrophe will occur or that the world or they themselves do not exist.
I see those delusions a
Is
lot.
that delusional?
What's up?
Is that delusional?
He's like, I thought that was realism. Shit.
I mean, we have the doomsday clock counting down for some reason, right? We're just waiting.
Fuck, I don't know. Yeah.
Now, Jody brings up delusional confidence. Is that a bad thing?
I mean, where does confidence come from generally? From past success, right?
Right.
So if you're delusional about your past successes,
Well, yeah, it's supposed to come from competence, right?
Yeah.
Like the fact that you're confident because you are good at something, right? But it could be really bad. The false confidence could get you in a lot of trouble. But at the same time, it could also fucking
you might work out great.
It's
Yeah.
okay
Yeah.
when I do it.
It can push you into like real confidence later, because if you're confident
Yeah.
that you're gonna lose a bunch of weight by doing this, you might just fall ass backwards into something.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
The effort
confidence in
matters a
yourself,
lot.
even if it is delusional, is attractive to a lot of people, right? So it could do you a lot of things.
It
As
could
long as
open
it's
a door
not
for you, but it also could be a
conceit.
door you're not ready to walk through.
Right? Yeah, that's true. More than you can chew.
The way I look at it is that reality will always teach you, right? So if you are delusional about something, whatever it is, that eventually the rubber's going to meet the road where your experience meets reality. The question may be when or how or, this type of thing.
I think it meets reality a lot of times based, but you have the system of our social media and mainstream media that still reinforce the delusion constantly, to the point where, and people are so they're still biased to that reaffirmation of what they had already strongly believed so long, that no matter how many times reality keeps slapping in the face, that they fail to accept it.
I agree with you. I speak on this a lot of times when it comes to basically, I call them, online circle jerks. Like, we get on here and you get into groups, you get onto panels where people just reaffirm your preconceived notions of I'm right, right? That's not challenging you. That's not actually getting you to expand your horizons. And that was something I can say with confidence, that the internet and being on panels and talking to especially men, specifically about relationships, has genuinely fucking helped me with, is to kind of like slap myself in the face with some reality, being like, bitch, you're not right. Like, you did some shit wrong. You got to listen. Like, quit being in an echo chamber.
And you said you've noticed this in conversations with men in particular?
In particular, yeah, because I think that that's where most of my, I guess, what we're calling it tonight, delusion, right, stems from, is my past relationship with my husband and men in general, right? So over the last 6 years, I've not been close romantically with a man, in any kind of deep, meaningful way. So the internet over the last 2 years, it'll be 2 years, June 15th, that I started, doing a YouTube channel and talking to men about these issues. I've learned that I'm wrong. about a lot of things. I've learned that. I've seen that, and I've demonstrated that time and time again, and I can go back and watch it in real time. It's very embarrassing.
I've learned I'm wrong more than I'm right.
I think the
Yep.
main reason why is because women can't circle jerk.
You're
We
hanging
can-
out
we
with the
can-
wrong.
we can-
You're hanging
we
out with the
can-
wrong
we can-
women then.
Yeah, they
we
fucking
can
do
we
that.
can we can play Fruit Ninja all day long, though. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever you want to call it.
Shit.
Well, hey guys, I gotta hop. I'll be back a little bit later, but I gotta go dinner and stuff. So,
Cool.
see you guys. Appreciate it. Salute to all
Later.
you.
You're the man,
Love you
and
chat,
your
man.
Good
your
meeting you.
fucking
All right,
cabin. Your
sure
cabin
I'll
is
see you
so
again, Primal.
manly and
Hey, you know-
majestic.
Hey, we're working on it. It's a work in progress. It's almost done, but yep, we'll keep on working on it. But yes, catch you all later.
All right,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Later.
Enjoy your sandwich.
Enjoy.
Very good.
So actually, one thing I've noticed on
yeah.
these panels is all the men always agree with each other nonstop. I mean, just
Yep.
take this room for example. All we do is agree.
I
with
agree
each
with
other
you,
all
Fi.
day long. See, I
Bullshit.
agree with Dave and Flo. I have never disagreed with Flo on anything ever. We all agree.
I
You
agree that
actually-
IFI is wrong a lot.
Wait, I was about to say, hold on, Ifi. Like, no offense to anyone here, but like, is that really your take, or are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm being facetious. Silly.
Okay, I was hoping.
Because pretty much every time IFI talks, somebody's disagreeing. with
Yeah,
But I
like
was finding humor in it, so I was. hoping
if
that-
someone ever agreed with me, I'd probably have a heart attack or something. I'd be like, "Whoa, what?"
Look,
happening?
I fight
Ifi,
even
are
a
you?
broken
Ifi,
clock.
are you still in
Come
my
on.
Discord, or did you fucking?
No,
vet?
I quit all Discord. I don't even
You
have my own
fucking
Discord.
bitch. No, it's all good. I
Why?
feel you. I feel you.
So Ashley, I wanted to dig in more. What are the specific delusions that you've noticed with the men in the circles that you were referring to?
Well, kind of similar ones that the women have, which I don't think should be very surprising to anyone with a brain, right? Is that they're always right, the women are always wrong, is that the reason that culture and society is failing is all women, and feminism. Like, these are some of the delusions I've noticed. I'm not saying there isn't any truth to any of that, but what I'm saying is to wholly blame one group or demographic of person is absolutely ignorant and just silliness in my opinion.
So we shouldn't blame all women or things like that, right?
Correct. Yeah. Just like I don't blame all men for, the things that I think are wrong. Again, like, hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've ever sat here and done that ever. Not even my exes, nothing like that. Like, I
No.
tried to take accountability for where I've done wrong, and I damn well very much so try to do it. I'm not always right, and I can be a stupid, egregious bitch, but I do try to be like, hey, you know what? I know that I had at least 50%, if not more, responsibility for whatever the fuck happened.
Step one is recognizing the problem. Good on you, Ashley.
Here. I'll take a shot of Jameson for you in that honor.
Can I pick you? Do you think it's like 50-50 equal, or do you think that it's more one than the other?
No, I would say I don't know. Now there's a whole thing going around about people's algorithm and what it is that you see versus what I see. And you can watch videos. Recently, I watched a video of a chick that looked at a TikTok video, and then she clicked on it, and the top like 50 comments were all things that would fit into her narrative, right? She had her boyfriend sitting right beside her. She filmed it live. He clicked on the same video. Top 50 comments were all things that he would want to hear that would fit into his algorithm. It was very interesting to see. So I think that we're all being very much so persuaded by media, by the government, by all the powers that be, for us to be pitted against each other. And I do think it's some kind of grand, plan to kind of destroy us, break us down so they can build us back up as they see fit, just like in the military. I genuinely do believe that. So I can't answer that truthfully. What I can say is that me personally, if I'm only going to look at my actual IRL experiences, I do think it's 50-50. I do.
So what you're saying is you think that the algorithm is pushing us further into echo chambers.
Absolutely, I do. Yeah, and I think that it's one. I think at first it started as a marketing ploy to try to market products to get us to buy what they want us to buy, subscribe to what they want us to subscribe to. Two, I'll make it quick. Sorry, I'll land my plane. Two, I think that it is the government trying to persuade us to believe and vote a certain way for or against whatever it is they want us to and who has the most power. And three, which goes hand in hand with one and two, a grand social experiment, which I do believe is being we're all being had right now. We're all being had. This is a grand social experiment that they are doing on us. You don't think it's a coincidence that Alexa and Google, that you can say something and 2 minutes, 5 minutes later, you log into your iPhone and it pops up with an ad of what you were just talking to somebody about that you never searched up on there, right? Come on, let's not be ignorant here. That's my true belief. But in real life, I think that it's not as bad as media wants us to believe it is. And I do believe this is a grand social experiment that has everything to do with marketing and voting. Yes.
Ashley's
Crazy
based
thing,
too.
but my fucking social media only shows me comments that I don't like, so I think I'm getting harassed.
No, that's exactly why it does that. That's exactly why. And if you watch, I'll try to link the video in the private chat later. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Them pitting us against each other is the grand social experiment. This is how they control you. Just like if anybody here has ever been in the military, you go in, what do? They break you down. They make you feel like shit, and then they rebuild you. The powers that be want to rebuild us right now to be what they want us to be, to believe what they want us to believe, and to reconstruct society as they see fit. And we're allowing them to do that. Myself is included. I'm guilty as well, but I'm trying my damnedest.
Do you really have to rebuild useful idiots, though? I mean, once you break them down, you're pretty much done.
I mean, again, there's exceptions to every rule, but if we look at it on a mass scale and everything and everyone included, I genuinely do believe this. I've been believing this since about the third interview I ever did when I got online and I saw what was going on, and I thought, and I could send you all to that very interview that I did. It's on my page. It's one of the third, fourth interview that I ever did. I did it by myself with this guy, and he flat out said out loud everything I was thinking, and my mind was blown, and I was like, damn, this is literally a fucking social experiment right now, and we are all falling privy to it like goddamn lambs to the slaughter. We are heading right in.
Wake up, people.
One of the purposes of this manipulation may be now to unsheepify people, though. You ever thought about that?
I don't think about that as much because I know who controls everything is he or she who has power and money. He who has power and money controls. And so far, I've only been shown in my life that for the majority, 99.9999% of he who has power, money, and control, they don't have anyone's best interests at heart but their own agenda. So no, I don't believe that.
You can look at it, unsheepify as initiating as well, right? Like it's sort of the same thing. Unsheepify or convince them to think the way that I already think.
One of us.
I don't know. One big thing with social media, though, is it's not just the talking heads and the main people that have a voice. Every single person who signs on to YouTube can have a voice, especially with open panels like these. Granted, we're not going to make big change in the world, but the little change is what adds up.
Yes, we fucking will, Dave. Don't lie.
Yes, I agree with
you. We get this ball rolling, basically.
I agree. I agree.
We're where the ideas start, and from here,
there are dozens of
you give the people a voice, and they can do your will, aka the powers that be, or they can do the people's will, which I do believe conversations like this is and are, and we're doing it, right? We're doing it. But yeah, we've got to be steadfast, and we've got to realize that we are being manipulated, hands down. I think that I might sound like a fool, but I genuinely do believe that in my heart. I do.
And therefore the truth will set us free.
No, the truth will always set us to be some other, like, you can look at any zombie apocalypse movie or television series that's ever been made. You're still going to end up under some faction, no matter what it is. But in the meantime, we can still try to revolt, right? I believe we need to revolt in this case. I really do. I think that where the government and I mean, the way they're controlling what we're being fed and what we see and how we're voting and the way that it's going down, I think that we genuinely need to revolt and we genuinely need to stand up and say, look, I am not my algorithm.
All right, so let's test this theory here a little bit. Now, you tell me if I'm delusional or if the people that I'm going to describe are delusional. And I know I'm not fucking delusional, so don't lie to me. So with that,
You're delusional.
if you think that going to the voting booth is going to change anything, you're delusional.
I think you're delusional.
You agree with me. Very good.
I understand.
Not if you vote for Biden. Biden will bring change. Hopefully.
I agree with you entirely. The rest of these people are coping.
I think you're all dumb.
I think that
voting on smaller issues is very important. Maybe not voting for president might not matter, but voting on independent or individual, like local shit does matter, like different policies and stuff. And not only voting, but you also want to go out and convince other people to vote along with your idea.
Okay.
I was voted class president in high school, so I'm going to make change. You can count on me. No new taxes.
Yeah, I agree with Dave.
You agree?
Yes.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's
okay.
Fucking...
So here's what I think to follow that up. Until we, the people, are willing to yank politicians out of their little chairs by the throat or collar or however you want to put that, until we're willing to do that. No, I'm saying until people are willing to pull out leaders who are being corrupt, who are breaking the law, who are not abiding by the will of the people, then voting is useless. It's absolutely useless.
When you have,
now, you're saying, Dave, well, at the local level, it's good. That's important. But what accountability is there at any level of the government?
Think that
at the local level, there's huge accountability. They have to go and sit in town halls and everything, and they have to actually like face the community. They don't get to hide in their Washington, D.C. apartments and go to a closed meeting where there's cameras and just the people who have been elected. The people in the local level have to face us. They have to hear it.
One of the grand delusions is that we don't matter and our vote doesn't matter. That is one of the grand delusions. And that's what they want you to continue to believe, honestly.
That our vote doesn't matter?
Correct.
There's voter fraud.
Again, I don't only
digital and physical fucking voter fraud. Like it's like all in so many different ways that it's not. It's you can't trust it. You can't. Not the way it is.
I said I wouldn't talk about politics, and here's Imp Dave dragging me right back into it. So
Base Oracle brought up the politics, not me.
Dave, I almost wanted to agree with you.
Why is it me?
The problem is with what you just said is and on the topic of delusions is that a long time ago, the way our government was set up, what you said was true. It was so emphasized on the local level that's where it really made a big difference in your life because there was almost no federal state power. Now we live in times where the balances have completely tipped in the other direction. Your local government doesn't mean jack shit. They don't care. They answer to the state answers to the federal government, and the feds and state pretty much run your life. So you're not going to vote your way out of a corrupt state government or federal government. You might
He's not wrong in his sentiment, dude. Like the fact that if you go there and you're harassing these politicians more like in a lobbying sense, like that does have an effect. Absolutely.
No, it has zero effect.
But compared to voting, it's not really the same.
Even if you made it all the way up to like Congress,
it has zero effect. It's fucking so ignorant, bro. That's fucking
so
hilarious.
pause. I'm gonna answer Intel Wild. Yo, Base. Crucible Gang here. Why you messing with my boy Andrew?
Bring him.
First of all, it's his turn. Second of all, he keeps looking for me. right? He popped on my stream. I didn't pop on his stream. He popped on Glenn Lawrence when I was there. He reached out through Glenn to set up a debate with me. So I'm not sure that I'm messing with him. And last point, where did I ever lie about your boy Andrew for him to be so butthurt all the time? All right, carry on.
Also, I'll debate him if he doesn't want to debate base.
Andrew can't take the heat, honestly. That's why the last DMs we had together, I said, you know what, that's fine. I said, go on debating these college girls and OnlyFans models and take the easy W's. Like, good for you. Clap, clap.
So
clap.
Big
Did
Daddy.
you see his? Well, hold on, pause real quick, and then we'll get back to it. Did you see his debate last night with that dude James Devon or whatever his name is?
No, I didn't.
It was terrible. It was terrible. It's like he found the dumbest idiot he could have. Why did I kick him off?
I feel like that's Andrew's new shtick is like, oh, now I'm in with like all these big content creators and I've got a big fan. So like, I'm just going to make a mockery of debate and it's an easy W. Just like when he was, the reason why he separated from modern day debate was because he couldn't actually debate that guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Sorry. But the big guy that has a transgender wife or whatever.
Oh, Dillahunty?
Dillahunty. And he's like, oh, I won the debate because immediately I came out and made huge, horrible transgender slurs. And he was like, I'm not going to be disrespected. So I won. Like, give me a break, bro.
So Intel Wild, why did I kick him off? Well, he came on. You can look. It's still on my channel. He came on here spurging, throwing out insults, would not shut the fuck up. So I muted him, let him know it was my platform. I let him back on, and he couldn't shut the fuck up. So then he got the boot, and I told him he could try back tomorrow. He responded that I only get one shot, yet he keeps making it shot after shot. So who's the liar now? All right, carry on, Dave, or whoever was talking.
Anyway, I was going to say real quick, I got to go. I'm heading out.
Bye,
got
Dave.
stuff to do. But appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
Bye.
See you, Dave.
Bye.
Dave.
I'm Dave.
So, anyways, even if you make it all the way up to Congress, you're preaching liberty and all justice and all that bullshit, you're talking to an empty room. So, if you find the few congressmen that might actually do some good in this world, they have no one in the room with them, and so they just talk to empty rooms with cameras. And meanwhile, the uniparty is in the next room, doing hookers and blow. So nothing's going to change at all ever with your votes or your grassroots movements and your, getting this mayor out of office type stuff.
Well, Ashley is saying from her purview, I believe that is the guise, is that we're supposed to think that our vote doesn't matter. Is that correct, Ashley? I
do believe that. I didn't last year. Last year I had a completely different point of view. But after the things that I've said I've seen over the last year, I do believe that is part of the grand delusion, that they want us to believe this because they're actively incentivizing certain demographics to go vote the way that they want them to vote. Actively, this is a fact. You can look this up.
That is a good point.
And why? Why are they doing that? And why are they not defending the rest of us? Or incentivizing the rest of us to do so, right? Because they don't want our vote, because we actually have a brain. What they want us to do is to believe that it doesn't matter. I really think so. And especially with this recent shit with Trump yesterday, guilty on 34 felony charges, right? For what? Paying off a fucking hooker? Name one government official that hasn't paid off a goddamn hooker.
By the way, paying off hookers
break.
is not illegal. You just have to register it on your campaign contributions or something.
I'm just saying, still, like, for this to be such a witch hunt against him, and I'm not sitting here saying Trump is like fucking Jesus Christ reborn, for the love of God, no. But like this whole witch hunt against him, though, I don't know. It's just convinced me even more that we are not headed in the right direction.
Well, let's say your vote does matter, right? I think there's another aspect to it that people are really, really tricked by. And that's the whole thinking that you need to vote as a team with the other idiots as a team, so that, well, you can't vote for who you actually want, because you have to vote fucking say Republican so that the Democrats don't get in, right? When really you want to vote fucking for this independent guy over here. You know what I'm saying? And I think that fucking trickery that you need to like group your votes together with this other non-existent people who are also going to do that is one of the major fucking tricks being played on people.
Yeah, that could be.
Well, I came on here to dogpile on Ashley, and she's not making it any fun. So get Raging Tomato up here or something so we can beat her up.
Well, you know what, I find you're no fun. Is that you that said that?
At least pretend to be delusional so we can make fun of you or something.
I don't know. I can't pretend to be delusional. I'm too fucking based. No offense, based.
I am going to get you on that 50-50 bullshit. You know it's more the women problem than the men. Now, if we were talking...
I don't.
Yes,
I
you
don't.
do, Ashley.
No, I don't.
If
No,
we
I
were
don't.
talking-
And I can argue this. I
hold
can
on.
absolutely argue this.
Hold on.
Absolutely, I can.
Wait. If we were talking about old-time patriarchy times where men ran all the shit, then it would be more the men's fault if everything was fucking up. But those times have changed.
I'm not saying it's more of anything. I genuinely believe that it's more so 50-50 than we're led to believe.
Bullshit. It's mostly women, but it's also
Why do you think that? Why do you think that?
Just observation. If you listen,
observation based on what? Observation based on what?
On talking to lots and lots of people.
When? Where?
Everywhere. The internet, friends and family, grocery store, church, school, work.
How many people are you talking to at the grocery store and at church and school? Be honest. Be honest.
All combined, at least thousands, hundreds of thousands of people.
Hundreds of thousands of people at the grocery store, church, and school.
All combined.
Wow.
All combined. The
wow.
internet.
You know what? I stand corrected.
Media,
you're right. You're right. No, you know what?
Church,
I digress. No, you're
family,
right. You talk to hundreds of thousands of people at the grocery store, church, and school.
Hey, we should probably listen to them then.
You know what? You're
once
fucking
once
right.
You observe
no,
the
you're
large,
right. You're right. The internet is a minuscule part of those hundreds of thousands. Yeah,
there's
I
a
digress.
lot of people on the internet. I've met a lot of people on the internet. I've met more people on the internet than in real life. So
yeah, but hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands.
More than I can count. There's a lot
of
people.
Wow, apparently.
Look, this was over 100 trips, Ashley. So it was 1,000 per trip. 1,000
yeah,
plus.
that's
See,
a
look,
lot.
now you confused Gen X Jeff. He thought it was just at the grocery store. You have
all right, so move on with the point then, Ifi. Go on.
So the point is, everyone knows it's the whole, feminist, feminazi, thing that melted down society, and now we're swinging the pendulum back, and all the men are in their little support groups saying, wah, women ruined everything. There's nothing we can do. And so now they're equally as guilty because, they're just sitting around moping, feeling bad about themselves. But again, that's why I said originally it was a lot more the women problem. And, eventually the numbers may balance out and then shift back to men once we regain the patriarchy, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, so look, Uncle Guns brought up the point that I normally do, but thank you, Uncle Guns. Our real voting is done with our money, our time, our attention. That's where the real voting is done.
Facts.
Vote me for emperor. Vote often.
So, Ashley, I want to go back to a point that you made about...
Yeah, I'd like to. Go for it.
About the truth. Now, I'm not making a claim within this. I'm just going to give you a hypothetical. If you were to know that if we were to get rid of... I don't know what amendment it is. Is it the 19th? No.
19th
the amendment
is
that allows...
right to vote.
Yes, that's it, the 19th. If you were to know that the truth is, if we were to get rid of the 19th, that politics would clean up necessarily and lead to the positive outcomes for society that would be good for society, would you be down with it, even though you would be included in it?
So the greater good. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
The greater good. I've often been accused of being a egalitarianism or egalitarist or whatever. voting for, or rather, rooting for what's the best of mankind altogether. Yes, if I thought something was the best for everyone in general altogether, sure, I would. Yeah, absolutely. This isn't the first time that I've said that. I've actually admitted before in a debate about a year and a half ago on Modern Day Debate that I would give up my 19th Amendment were it to be for the greater good. Yeah. Egalitarianism. That's what it is. Egalitarianism. Yeah, I would.
Okay.
But I'm not convinced that it is, and I'm not convinced that it would. So.
Well, now, IFI, you're going to support your point, correct?
What was my point? I forgot.
Well, you were getting into the whole 50-50.
Oh, I thought I already won that point. Was she still pushing back? Did you push back? I didn't hear it. What was your response?
I mean, I'm not here to stroke your ego or your cock.
We're here to circle jerk
or clean the wax out of your ears. If you can't listen, if you can't understand,
I'm trying to circle jerk, and I don't see a sandwich in my hand. Do you see the problem? Anyways, Ashley, I was trying to drag it out into a bigger debate, but like I said, at this point, it's kind of fizzled out. So.
Yeah, it's fizzled out because I've proven my point quite well, and you suck.
You don't think that feminism completely wrecked society in recent times?
In recent times, yes, I think there's a lot of issues with feminism. I had this very argument a few days ago on Twitter, but I do see the necessity of early feminist movements, and I'm glad that they happened.
Okay,
I also understand. I also understand the political movements that were nefarious and had ulterior motives, specifically centering around probably, I guess, what would it be, the second wave of feminism?
Right.
Yeah, I can see that.
Allow me to throw you the bone. Maybe I can beat my own argument for you.
Oh, please, sir, throw me.
Yeah, beat the bone.
So, would you suggest that maybe there are just as many, if not more, men also responsible for allowing this feminism to take place?
Probably about 50-50, yeah.
Oh, okay, so we're back to 50-50 again.
Again, yeah, I'm not gonna get off of that because that's my argument.
Okay.
And again, I will say about or thereabouts 50-50. Let me give it a 5 to 10 point margin, but I think it's fairly close overall.
I can swallow that pill. So I've already preached on the delusion of men being just as dangerous as how delusional women are, because everyone knows women are delusional. It's when men start becoming equally delusional when the shit hits the fan. So
I do find that humorous. I find watching, again, the algorithm, the internet, our ability to watch other humans talk and voice their opinions and thoughts. I do kind of also believe that I hear a shit ton. Again, this could be the algorithm. A shit ton of delusional men, a shit ton of them. And I sit there and listen to this and I laugh and I'm like, are you not the pot calling the kettle black?
You're not wrong.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, we did come to this conclusion that men and women are both delusional. I think in different ways, different contexts, but we are both. But I don't know if you actually gave examples of where you've seen delusional men within these spaces, your anecdote.
Correct. I wasn't asked that question. We didn't divulge, or the conversation didn't kind of evolve into that quite yet.
Well, now it has.
Okay, yeah. So specifically, or just kind of off the cuff, like, oh, I've heard, because I could give a lot of examples of very popular podcasters that want to sit here and call, again, the pot, black, while they're being the kettle as well.
Go for it. Let's see if we all live in the same reality and we all have the same.
Let's say that, like, if we're talking about popular podcasters, if we're going to talk about popular debaters, I'll name some of the most popular. Again, we mentioned Andrew Wilson earlier. I've got him as one. I could say the Whatever Podcast. I could say Fresh and Fit. I think these are easy examples, yes. but I also think that they're very relevant examples.
Yeah, but like how though? Like I mean, aside from who
How?
they are,
Like
like
want to sit here and oh gosh, really? Okay. I'm sorry. I've had this conversation a million times. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, but let's say that we're going to sit here and we're going to yell at or argue, OnlyFans model or a college student feminist or a bunch of, 20-year-olds that don't know, more than 3 countries, right? They think that Massachusetts is a country. Like, I get it. I get it. This is fun. This is whatever. Like, we enjoy making fun of, like, the uneducated thought, right? But at the same time, you have a panel of men typically interviewing, debating, or harassing, in other terms, these females who are already prepped for this conversation, who also don't know a lot of things. If they actually had a group of women at one time rather than just one at a time, who they often kick off stage, or one at a time that can face Andrew, who's marginally capable of debating him at best, then I think that they would see that the scales aren't tipped as far one way as they are the other. They have a guy like Fresh in Fresh and Fit, for example, and a guy like Myron in the Fresh and Fit podcast, for example, which Andrew's been on, all examples I've given, who will sit there and debate females, but then at the same time have other shows where they go on these, in their terms, not mine, very feminine, in their fields tirades. I'm sick and tired of this. I was the one rejected back in the day, and now I'm rejecting you, you bitches. Right? And at the same time, denouncing this degenerate society while perpetuating a degenerate society, while driving money to these people's podcasts, to their pockets. You're sitting there saying you want to, in Andrew's case, for this instance, you want to denounce degeneracy, right? Well, you're telling your fan base to go put money in these degenerates' pockets. Now, then let's go to these degenerates who are sitting there denouncing OnlyFans dumbass bitches and hoes, right? Well, at the same time, they have a Patreon account where you can go watch after hours where they promote these OnlyFans models themselves. That is degeneracy perpetuating degeneracy, aka hypocrisy in and of itself. Now go to the Whatever podcast. On the Whatever podcast, if you go back and you watch Brian's content from years ago, he used to make money by going to OnlyFans girls, going to different Tinder profiles, and making fun of them, essentially. Then he started bringing these girls on his panels. What happens every single fucking time? You drive income into these girls' pockets. You're promoting them, sir. You are promoting them. And you actively and knowingly do it. At the same time, they all have deals with each other behind the scenes, which I have DMs proving, where they pay one another to come on each other's podcasts. Pay one another, sometimes up to $5,000, which is why certain people have to get their audience to give them up to 15 grand in order to go do this expenditure. Oh, it's going to cost me that much to travel. No, it's not. It's because this panel in particular charges you 5 to 10 grand in order to sit on their panel, you goddamn bastard liar, and have this moment in the spotlight because you know it's going to benefit you. And then you put money in their pockets, and it's all a cock stroking a cock. And none of it has anything to do with making society better. You're all a bunch of fucking assholes, and you're full of shit.
I think you made a good point that Fresh and Fit are hypocrites, but you didn't nail the delusional part. Like, how's that being delusional on their?
Well, maybe it's intentional delusion, right? They're perpetual, or they're telling their audience, like, well, hey, we're doing this for the betterment of blah blah blah. Now, if the
think they're exploiting it, like, openly.
Yes.
That's not delusional. They're not lying to themselves. They may be.
But one second, you asked me a question.
Okay,
I want to explain where the delusion comes in.
Go ahead.
Now, then, if you're doing this knowingly, then yes, that is you actually manipulating, lying, and deceiving your audience. But if your audience believes it and they believe that you believe it, then that is in and of itself and in fact delusional.
I mean, if anything, all the bimbos on the panel are the delusional ones. They think like that Fresh and Fit respect them.
They're delusional. They know they're coming onto a panel that they're not respected. But you know what else they know? They're going to leave with 5,000 more fucking subscribers, bitch.
Okay.
That's not delusion. That's called business.
But then there's no delusion within that sphere.
The audience is delusional.
Okay.
I mean, they know that they get fucking money to go there, that they have to pay to go on there. A lot of people.
A lot of people don't know that, which I find hilarious. I have DMs proving this. Some of these people, these big creators, have to pay $5 to $10,000 to sit on that panel and have a quote unquote spotlight. You think I'm kidding?
No, not at all.
Now, if you would have picked,
got cut out. But if you think I'm kidding, then you're delusional.
Well, hold on. Let Cody.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious. They're paying for the chance to reach that big audience that's there. I mean, that's not. I don't see what's wrong with that. It's a smart fucking business decision to fucking advertise yourself. Honestly, if that's the audience that you're trying to capture financially. So,
I think if she would have picked at whatever, and of course his buddy Andrew, that would have been an easier discussion about delusions. But I don't really see any delusion going on at Fresh and Fit.
I don't know, like this. As far as like paying somebody $5,000 to come fly out and stay for a couple of days to come up, like that's fuck all, dude. Between flights and then hotels and food, like that's barely more than break even. Like that's nothing crazy.
I mean, I understand why the chicks on Fresh and Fit think that they're just promoting themselves, and so they're getting a good deal out of it. But I don't think a lot of them realize how bad they're going to get trashed on the show, and that's why
Who cares? Who cares? The same guys that are bad mouthing and trashing them are sending them money and subscribing. Every interview with these OnlyFans models, and again, this is your algorithm. You don't watch these female podcasts that I watch. These bitches go on there afterwards and they laugh at these guys and they say, look, I might have looked like a fool, but I'm the one sitting here made 5 to 10 to 15 more grand this month. Thank you, Fresh and Fit. Thank you, whatever. Thank you, Andrew Wilson.
So the audience is delusional when they think that these women are getting their lesson because they're being shamed and this type of thing.
Yes.
But meanwhile, the women are being rewarded. And when we say women, we're talking about, the OF, yes, promoted, rewarded. And
specifically the sex industry workers, yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think there's a bit of both going on, don't you?
No, they're not getting shamed. I mean,
yeah, they do.
But no, they do get shamed. They get very shamed. I mean, overly shamed in many cases.
Who's not getting shamed?
No, I was agreeing with your point. The audience feels like they're getting justice because these dumb bitches are going to get shamed. But like you said, they don't.
Yeah, $500 donut chat at a time. Yeah.
Well, they do get shamed. No, they do get shamed, but they get rewarded as well.
A lot leave crying, bro. So
one pulled out a gun,
crying all the way to the bank.
Yeah,
give me a break. You guys are delusional.
Well, you're kind of delusional thinking that like every single bitch on there is making hella bank. Like that's fucking crazy.
The big OnlyFans models are. Look, you're not watching the same content I'm watching. I'm telling you right now.
What are you watching?
Watching OnlyFans, I guess.
No, I'm watching female podcasters who then have these same girls on as guests afterwards, who sit there and laugh and show their fucking bank account stubs.
Well, I've already said before that I do think a large part of that audience for FNF is also the guys who are already on OnlyFans to begin with. So
probably so. Probably so.
I don't think it's like anything new for them. Like they're not.
I think a lot of them too join up new because they get their rocks off.
I mean, that would be hilarious, but I don't know.
Well, it is hilarious. It's quite hilarious.
I mean, it's only a certain type of dude that does that, and certain types of guys would never, So I mean, I don't know. Maybe sometimes to a point. I don't think it's as prevalent as you think it is. I could be wrong.
I mean, you could be. You could be.
But another support for your view, Ashley, that men are super delusional. Like I said, I was just watching the Beatdown with Dave Smith and Chris Cuomo, and so if you want to see a bunch of men that when you corner them and point out what hypocrites and liars they are, and they don't feel sorry and don't feel like they did anything wrong, there's some real strong powers of delusion going on there. It's entertaining to watch for sure. But.
Yeah, I want to say something real quick, Base, because you brought up a couple of comments by a known big hater of mine who it's hilarious. Let me tell you a little bit about the Knight and the Bishop. So Knight and the Bishop wanted to actually originally work with me. I have a few videos where he and I, if you want to burn bridges and lose friends, watch this stream second after the other one. Same. Yeah, exactly. So this guy wanted to work with me. He spent maybe about, correct me if I'm wrong, Knight, what was it? Maybe about a month, like quote unquote, coaching me, teaching me the Manosphere history, wanting to use my platform to build his own up. Again, I've never exposed him for this or released our DMs or anything, because I'm not that bitch. But if you want to come in and like kind of do this to me, I'm just going to say the truth. So he wanted to do this. I had him on a couple times. And the truth is the audience fucking hated him. Couldn't stand him. He's dry. He's boring. He's very old school, like, just old school red pill techniques. And to be honest, he goes down to Mexico and gets most of his bitches by flashing cash as an American. And more power to you. I don't care. Get it, boy. Go down there and get you some Mexican pussy. I'm all about it. But at the same time,
spicy.
Oh no, I'm just telling you. At the same time, he's saying all this stuff. But if you want to sit there and tell people to go watch the Crucibles, video of like Alex and Ashley exposed, losing friends, burning bridges, you have to go and watch my video where I completely recap everything in about 7 or 8 minutes, and I show proof of every fucking thing that was done or said. And the thousands and thousands, when I say thousands, I'm talking over 4,000 DMs between Andrew and I that I have not released because I'm not that bitch, where I could fucking bury everyone and tell you all to go stick a fucking thumb up your ass, that I haven't done because I'm not that bitch. Like, just get out of here with that. Go ahead and go watch that Burning Bridges stream and then come back and watch my 7-8 minute video where I say, hey, here's what really happened. And Knight and Bishop, you can say you're just answering a question, but you follow me around like a little dog sniffing my fucking ass. I get it. I understand. I rejected you. I didn't want to work with you because you're just plain and simple, boring, and no one watched those streams. Sorry about it, guy. Go do your own thing like you've been trying to do for 8 years now, and nobody fucking wants to watch it. But you want to follow me around and talk shit, I'm going to fucking slap back.
Knight and Bishop, just so you know here, the join link is at the top, and we can settle who is delusional.
He flat out has already said, I will never, quote unquote, debate with these hoes because they don't debate. They just want to sit there and talk shit. Okay, fine. Tell me you're a pussy without telling me you're a pussy. Cool.
Don't be so delusional. Man up.
Hijacked in what way there, Jeff? So yeah, feel free to join though. Knight, I think he joined the other day. I could be mistaken, but I think he was up here actually.
He popped up with Corky, but he didn't say shit.
Yeah, okay, that is it. Yeah, it was him then. So yeah, you can definitely hop on and say your piece, or we can go with Ashley's version.
Whatever. I honestly don't care that much, but it's when he does shit like that, and I'm like, literally, he does it all the time. I ignored him for months at a time, and then sometimes I'm like, you know what? Tell the truth, bitch. Like, you wanted to work with me. I tried it. It didn't work out. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
So you're saying that he was delusional. He thought that he would be good, and he wasn't good, right?
For 17 years, he's been doing a podcast, and I don't know why he keeps trying, but good for you.
Well, I'm just letting you know, Knight and Bishop, you have been called out as the delusional bish. I'm not saying that you are. I don't know, but you can hop on and, speak your piece or not.
If that was me, man, I wouldn't let that slide.
Yeah, I wouldn't let that slide. Especially if you got 17 years in, this should be easy.
Facts.
Yeah,
Personally,
exactly, right? It's easy. He debated Michael Sartain, for God's sakes.
Okay.
Got
Is
his
that up
ass handed to him, but still.
by Michael Sartain?
come on, Bishop.
Let me get the Michael Sartain banner here. Let me see. Yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah,
So,
look.
is Sunshine voting for Trump? Like, what's your little pick mean?
Oh, we talking to you, Cody.
Dude above me, Cody.
Oh,
Are you voting for Trump?
you just call me a pick me? Is that what you said?
No, I said dude above me.
Oh, pick mean. Sorry. Oh, it is Trump as the sun, and then it's a bunch of, if you zoom in on the grapes, it's they're all pictures of that one leftist chick who broke down screaming on her knees when he got,
Oh,
elected.
that one.
It's
The
a fucking
wee
hilarious
girl,
picture, to be honest with you.
autistic screeching girl. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no.
Yeah. It burns.
I mean, I'm Canadian, brother, so
Oh, like,
I
care
can,
who we vote for.
yeah.
Oh, I
Did you
think
vote for Trudeau?
we got somebody here. Hold on.
I think it's all fake, man.
I don't know who this is. Anyone know Dexter Ghost?
No idea.
Never heard of him.
MC Nemesis on a
So did you vote for Trudeau?
MC. You'll have to show face.
The very first time, dude, I did.
Oh,
And
okay.
because I wanted marijuana legalized, and it got in there. But since then, I haven't voted. And
Now you understand the dangers of delusion.
it's
You learned your lesson.
no, I mean, I never had that delusion anyway. Like it's
Marijuana.
I never felt that
I'm on it.
my vote was going to mean fuck all, and nothing like that. But you know, it's is what it is. I had the day off work to do that, so might as well.
And now you can't own guns.
Yeah, you
should be
can.
ashamed of
That's
it.
all.
2.7 billion
Don't
users.
don't
and here
believe
we
everything
are,
you hear.
guys.
So
Don't believe everything you hear.
MC, you have been described as a staunch Christian Southern guy,
Amen. Raw.
and you rap.
I do.
Okay, all right, based.
I
But
rap
are you
for
a
the
Christian
people.
rapper is the dangerous question.
No, I just rap because rap, it sucks nowadays. So like I just want to make some money because I'm better than at least 80% of rappers these days. So
Well, let's see if you're delusional or not.
What's your delusion so that we may make fun
Well,
of it?
well, that may be it. We don't know yet. Can you rap something for us?
No, because I'm too high.
You said you're better than 80%, so too high should not be a reason.
Isn't that when rapping gets good? Because then you can like freestyle and stuff.
My problem is marketing, right? I don't have a label backing. I'm an independent artist.
So if it weren't for the marketing aspect,
I have no cosign. Like I have no cosign, no label, no manager, none of that.
right? But if you're, well, yeah, I was gonna say if you're really good, you won't need a label, right? You just put something out and it goes wildfire.
So
Yeah, I've had a
any
song or
thoughts
two
on
do that.
delusion at all? Do you have any thoughts on delusion?
Who?
You just jumped on panel.
How about this, man? When have you been delusional in your life? Can you
There
think
you
of a
go.
time? Tell us a story.
Oh, dude, I have. Whenever I thought the cops were good people, I was delusional.
That's a good one.
A good one.
I actually
Any
thought the cops
specific-
were a force of
A
good.
specific story you can kind of tell us that would.
I actually thought that the military was good, but the military's a piece of shit.
I had the same problem when I was young and dumb. I used to think that there were like good and intelligent people running the world and that we
Yeah.
didn't have anything to worry about. And then I got older and I was like, oh shit, we're all fucked.
Now I gotta get out my goddamn boot and stomp on their necks till they stop breathing. Metaphorically, of course.
Right.
So you've cured all your delusions now? There's nothing bothering you at all anymore?
No.
Cool. What about your neighbors? Are they delusional?
Who am I speaking to?
I-Fi over here to your right.
Big Daddy Oh, no.
Oh,
The other
Oh,
I-5.
I-5, the dude. Like, what is that, dude? Oh, I drank what?
Yeah, that's me. I drank what?
Sorry. So you're gonna have to kind of I don't understand why you're asking the questions.
Have you encountered other human beings, friends, family, neighbors, that you've observed to be quite delusional in their life?
Of course.
Can you give us some examples, please?
Like my neighbor just gets drunk and gets on his rod and lawnmower and just, which is not really delusional. It's just cool, to me. It's cool. It doesn't bother
Swing
me.
and a miss. All right. Well,
It might be illegal. I'm not sure of the laws, but I don't think it's delusional.
maybe he thought he was in a NASCAR race or something. He was delusional.
Ryan Upchurch did tell me I have a good voice for NASCAR once he stopped by my channel.
Who?
Ryan Upchurch. Ryan Up, he's a guy with he has about he has over 1 billion views on YouTube.
Okay.
Never.
He's a country singer and a country rapper, and he follows me. And I did reaction to his music one time. And he said I have a good voice for NASCAR, like an announcer voice.
Okay. All right.
It's making another left turn, just a loud and colorful voice. So I thought that's pretty good.
So
got a good voice.
Okay, so why don't we jump to this? What's your worldview, MC Nemesis? Are you religious? Are you racist? Are you sexist? Do you believe that voting matters? This type of bullshit.
I believe that it doesn't matter if you wear a badge and call yourself the cops, and it doesn't matter. Think about it. An 80-year-old grandma steps over an imaginary line, and you're supposed to shoot them because it's called a border. That's what they actually do to people. They're fascist, and they say, oh, no, this is just protecting our borders. So how is shooting an 80-year-old grandmother that steps over a borderline, that's initiating violence? How is that following God?
Okay, so let's just back up for a second. So you think that the border should be wide open, or?
Yes.
Okay. And we should have no laws or some laws? Like which one?
Oh, there would be law that there would be 300 million armed Americans.
What if the law was you're not allowed to cross the border? Now what?
What border, dude? There's no such thing as a border.
The one you were just talking about. You just said step.
Now there's such thing as a personal property, like in your own.
Yeah,
space.
that one. What if there's a law that says you're not allowed to step across it?
What I'm saying is that's trespassing in a personal space, but there's no such thing as government. It's not real. It's in your mind. Isn't real? Okay. No, there's no politicians just because they write it on a piece of paper. You don't have to do it. I don't know if you know that or not, but you cannot delegate a right. You cannot elect a politician to lead you. They don't have special powers that the rest of us don't have.
So what you're saying is if I just don't believe in the government, they'll disappear and go away?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. So I can just stop paying taxes now and they'll just vanish and they'll be like, oh, we were never.
If everyone does it, where do they get their money from taxes? If everyone decides that they're not going to pay taxes, it disappears. They'll literally have no money.
I think they'll send Guido by your house and break your kneecaps if you don't pay taxes.
Guido? Who? They're going to send someone to hurt me. I'll kill them. I'll pull out a gun and blow their brains out.
There you go. Now we're back to the gunfire. Maybe that's why Grandma got shot. She wasn't paying enough taxes.
I'm still interested. Why you think that the border should just be wide open? You don't see a problem if we were to open them. And as of today, they're.
Wait a minute, dude. Stop it. There's no such thing as a border.
Okay, well, there is such thing as a border.
No, you don't just get to make up. There's no such thing as a
I didn't make it up.
What is it? What's a border?
Hey,
There's the borders of your home property. There's the borders of the
so
city
you
line.
mean the border that the fictitious government decided? There's no such thing as government. It's
Are you
just a
sitting in
gang
a
of
house right now?
thugs. It's a game of armed thugs robbing people.
Are you sitting in a house right now?
So let's not play this linguistic like I.
Let's not make words have meaning.
I am the linguistic terrain owner. I know what words mean. And what it means is the government is an evil, parasitic group of thugs.
Is your property line a border?
There's no such thing. Do you understand?
Oh, okay. There's no property line on your house, so everyone can come over to your house. All the illegal immigrants, we can just send them there. Is that cool?
No, that's called trespassing.
No, there's no borders, brother. What are you talking about? That's in your mind.
For individuals, not government. Government doesn't exist. People
Isn't
do.
the government a collective of individuals?
No, it's a religion.
Represent the greater.
It's a religion that they created.
Okay.
That tells you that politicians can make it a law that you have to do something, and if you don't do what that politician wants you to do, they will send the cops after you. Or
what it is,
other harassment.
Terrorist organization or crime.
It's a mafia. It's a religious mafia organization, like a cult.
It is a cult.
A cult that we need to dispel, deprogram people from.
Hey, AMC. Let's pretend the government vanished tomorrow and all of the national borders disappeared with it. What about your house that's on the southern border? How are the illegals getting into the country?
Who do you think illegals are? Who do you think illegals are?
People who come into the country illegally.
People that want to live just like you and I.
Right. Okay, so what if all these people are crossing your personal property?
Yeah, what if they want to live in your house or on your lawn? Exactly.
Yeah. Is that okay? Does that border count?
Whose lawn are they living on?
Yours.
They're crossing an imaginary line.
You live on the southern border with Mexico. You
There's
bought a
no
house
such thing as a border.
You're fine
There's
with people
no
sleeping in
such
front
thing
of your
as a
door.
border. There is
fine with
no
people
such
sleeping
thing
in
as a
front of your
border.
door.
You're making it up.
Look,
It's
look,
an
there is.
imaginary
Look,
line in the
look at the
sand
screen.
that
Borders.
you tell people it doesn't
Look at the screen.
matter. Write it down in a piece of paper. It doesn't exist. I'm here to tell you.
Look,
you
here are
can
the
draw
different
a
types of
line in the
borders.
sand
Okay, so
and
there's
tell people.
no line. That's
Tell
fine, bro.
people,
But
if you cross this line, I'll shoot you. It doesn't make it real.
Don't shoot
It
my
never
grandma,
has, and it never will. You can shoot people if you say, if you cross this line in the sand, I'll shoot you.
Don't shoot my grandma.
It doesn't make it right. It never will. It doesn't exist, and it's not up for debate. I told you to stop
debating
using
it.
that lingo because it's not real. I'm not playing your fantasy game. I'm not living in your little fantasy
No.
world.
Look at the
where
screen.
Governments exist.
Not answering the question.
Governments do not exist.
They do exist.
It's not real. It's a
It is
religion.
real.
I am
All of
not,
that aside,
I'm not.
Well,
I
aren't
don't believe
religions
in
real?
government.
aside, bro.
I don't
because
believe
who cares?
in the divine right of
Are
politicians.
you okay with somebody
I
sleeping
do
in front of your
not
door?
believe in your religion. Stop shoving it down my fucking throat. I do not believe in it.
Look,
There's
nobody's
no such
shoving
thing as a
anything down your
border.
throat except for your boyfriend.
There's
Listen.
no such thing as a goddamn border. You making it up. I
No,
do
no,
not
no.
believe
It's not
in your
made up.
religion. No, sir. I will never believe in your religion.
What's
my religion?
Authority doesn't exist.
What's my
There's
religion?
no politician that has a right that I don't have. I'm a grown man.
What's my
I feel like this audio track got
Stop
stuck on
trying
something.
to get me
repeat
to
or something.
believe in your religion.
It got stuck on retard.
Damn.
So listen.
Like it's fucking crazy
got fucking
to
stuck on retard.
what you want me to believe that what I can vote my way out of my slavery? Fuck you. You're going to take my taxes whether I like it or not, and then if I don't pay, you're going to try to put me in prison or fight me.
Templar would know my
I
style
know
of
I'm
fucking
not
basketball
free.
against these
I
kids,
think
dude.
he's gone full circle now. He's like back to reality. Yay.
So you do believe in certain types of governments, is that correct?
There's no such thing as it. I don't believe. Like I can't believe in the boogie. I don't believe. In Santa
Okay.
Claus.
So do you not register your car?
I don't believe in Santa Claus.
Do you register your car?
Maybe he's a sovereign citizen, base.
See, he doesn't
If
want to
I
answer
did
this
that,
question. Did you register your fucking car?
Are you a fucking idiot? You think that I choose? You
I
think
mean,
I
I'm
got
talking
up
to one, so I'm
today?
trying
You
to
think I
pretend I'm an
got
idiot.
up today and said, "Oh, I'm going to fight the fucking police"? How smart's that?
How
Maybe
Oh
smart's
he's
yeah, they're
that?
gonna. Oh yeah, okay. Let me not register my
No, no,
car.
no.
Of
You
course
said
I
the
register
government
my
doesn't
car. You
exist.
fucking
You said they
idiot.
don't exist, so why would you
Because a
conform to
cop
their
will pull me
paperwork?
over. The
No,
red
no, the
and blue
cops don't
light is a
exist. That's a
threat of
branch of the
fucking
government.
violence.
No,
Don't
no,
act
cops
like
don't
it's
exist.
not. And if you come
You're the one
towards
acting like
somebody
it's
with a
not. You
threat
said
of
it doesn't
violence,
exist.
don't act like it's not a threat of
You're the
violence.
one acting.
God damn, are you crazy?
I'm not
Just
Hey,
God.
because I don't
I'm
want to
I'm
go
a
out here
I'm a.
and fight the cops
no
doesn't mean
blasphemy.
I'm not trying to stop this shit.
Did you
You're the
register
one
your
that's
car?
trying to derail
Do you
natural
pay
law. It's
property
not going to
tax?
work.
Do you pay property
It'll never
tax?
work. The
The
borders
No.
whole
don't
idea,
exist. If you shoot
dude,
somebody for walking over an imaginary line, you're
the whole
fucked.
idea
God
of
You
will
just
government
said
punish
you would
you with
defend
a
your
is
home.
fucking
a threat.
divine sword coming
The
down on you.
whole
Just like
idea
he
is
did
that
my
it's a threat of
grandpa when he
violence,
slit his
dude.
throat from inner ear.
All
Because
right,
That's
my
Cody.
that's
grandpa
Stop
was in the
spurging.
military. He used to abuse my.
All right, Cody, you on. I had to mute him so you can talk.
the whole idea of being governed is under
Oh, he
threat of
died.
violence.
Oh, he fucking
Bye.
died.
What happened?
Bye.
He
Oh,
died. He dead.
oh well.
Yeah.
The whole fucking government structure is threat of violence. That's how it fucking works. Right? Like that's how you enforce stuff. Without violence, there's no enforcement. I mean, apart from maybe psychological and social enforcement, but that people call that violence too these days. So
Well, he was very stuck on government doesn't exist,
he
and
was fucking stuck on his feet, dude. I don't know what
I,
the fuck he was.
I didn't even get to start the line of questioning to make sure it didn't exist to him.
Maybe he's a citizen of the United States of Anarchy, and you didn't consider all the facts based.
I guess so. Lindsay thinks he's an ex-convict. That may be. I'm thinking he's a current convict, but it could be ex. You never know.
Maybe he's in rehab, and we weren't helping him very much.
I think we helped. I think we helped pop his delusion. And by the way, I forgot his name already. But whatever
Wake
your
up,
name is
Ashley.
that just rage quit, you are so far in. You are winning. Probably the first time in your life that you're winning something. And right now you are in front of the delusional bish for the night. Good deal. Very good. Well, that's good. It's
So,
real,
anyways, I'll stir the pot. So, big picture, I was very delusional recently. I'll share my war story. So I used to think that I could convince people that a libertarian government was a good idea, and then over the weekend they imploded, and so there is no libertarian party. It's over. It's done. So I, for one, welcome our new authoritarian socialist overlords. Yay. So now we can be just like Canada. Welcome, bro.
Oh, okay. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, nothing I can really say to that.
We tried, man. We tried. We were trying to fix shit, but evil retards.
So are you going to admit now that Leroy was correct?
Possibly, maybe.
Okay, all right. Well,
Depends
Leroy
who's
will be
asking.
happy to find out.
But I still like to escape to my own delusional land of conservataria, where good and intelligent people live. You look like you're drinking cough medicine, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. It's ginger beer. It's diet ginger beer with stevia.
That sounds disgusting.
Thank you.
It's cough.
Yeah,
medicine.
I vomited just a little bit in the back.
He's
Is it
delusional.
gross?
When I said that, is that not good? What is not good about it?
Ginger beer? That sounds good.
It's very good. It's
Sounds
I
yummy.
only had it when I was in like grade 5, and it was fucking horrible. Of course, like the teacher who gave it to us was English, and she served it to us warm because I guess that's like a thing.
okay.
But
I'm
Ashley-
assuming that was
Ashley,
some
don't-
kind of backhanded compliment. So go
Ashley,
on.
don't lie. You love ginger ale. Everybody loves ginger ale.
I do.
Ginger ale is not
I like
ginger
a lot
beer.
of ginger things. It's good for the tummy.
Well, what's the difference between ale and beer? It's the same thing.
They're
No,
totally
it was the diet and the stevia that got me.
Oh, okay.
different. that was extra too. Yeah, for sure. Fancy.
So, Ashley, try to figure out how to get Lindsay and Raging Tomato on, and then see if we can get some more delusion on panel for us.
Lindsay was on here the other night. She popped
I do
up.
not know who Lindsay is.
Lindsay Smith? You've never met Lindsay Smith?
No.
The very well known. Oh man, Lindsay, you got to come up here and talk to Ashley.
I imagine that Sarah would come on, though. If she, unless she's
Rage
busy
Tomato,
right now.
come on up here.
What is this, Friday? Yeah, she should. If she's not busy with the kids, yeah.
I'll have to hop off if you want her to come on here.
Why is that?
I think I scared her with some of my opinions.
Oh, did you hear that? You're scared. Women's are scared.
I mean,
up here and prove them wrong.
I think I've proven I'm not very scared of.
I'm not talking about you. You're
all right. I'm no. I don't count as a woman. I get it. I know.
Nobody
you're one of those
said
tomboys.
I literally don't care. Like I am a tomboy.
You grew up with 10 brothers. We get it.
It is what it is. Shit.
Lindsay doesn't feel like it.
Of course she doesn't, because the topic is delusions, Lindsay.
Yeah, that could be.
The panel, Lindsay. Talk about your delusions. Gen X Jeff, there's another good one. Bring Jeff up. Let's talk about delusions, Jeff.
Yeah, summon him.
Come on, Jeff. Tell us about Satanism and stuff. We want to hear all about that.
All right, so now we got to go into story time again.
Oh shit!
Who's next? I think it's Cody. I think Cody's up next for delusional bish.
I did mine.
He did.
Yeah, we all did ours, but you're up next.
Do another one. Delusion part 2.
Well,
you live in Canada, dude. You've got plenty of them. Just make Pick one.
Yeah, but like, how? It's like, oh god, man.
What happened yesterday? Let's start there. You'll find something.
Well, yesterday was the Trump shit, and I was trying to tell people that it's all BS, that it's a play. I mean, either it's my delusion or everybody else's for believing that it's fucking real. I would say you're deluded if you believe that what you're witnessing on media in general is real. How about that?
Wait a minute. You mean Trump isn't our savior and isn't going to make America great again?
The Messiah, the chosen Juan.
I even had some grapes for him and everything.
All right. How about this? Delusional or reality to the panel here. Was the 20-year war in Iraq and Afghanistan to any degree to protect America?
Oh, that's a good one. Oh,
yes.
Yes, it was to protect America.
Tell.
Okay, well, let me make my statement then, now that we know we have a naysayer. We were in Iraq and Afghanistan. When I say we, I mean ground troops and such, in order to procure more power, more wealth for the elite in America and other countries, but namely for America. And really had nothing to do with the idea of a tower got knocked down. That was just the cover story.
I mean, I totally agree on that.
It was really about weapons of mass destruction.
Right, of course, yeah. What it was about the dollar, right? And so in that sense, the fact that they were trying to prevent these guys from trading in out the dollar and subverting U.S. power and control, which is U.S. has absolute control over pretty much the entire world. They're a fucking world police.
The petrodollar, right? Maybe?
They are in charge of all commerce on this fucking planet for the most part. Like, they are the guardians. So that's why they have bases all over the world. So anybody that challenges that gets taken out. Look at fucking Gaddafi, too. It's the same idea. He wanted to switch to the fucking gold standard and off the U.S. dollar. Wiped him out, bro. So yeah, I think that war was to protect the United States military power. I think it was a good thing at all, base. No, I think the premise of it was fraud. I think what happened over there was just terrorism and a tragedy. You know, really, you're trying to enforce ideology and subverting somebody's elected ruler just for political fucking beliefs and financial gain. It's pretty fucked up. They absolutely murdered the shit out of a ton of innocent people, and you know, and all the other bad stuff that comes with war. But I still say it is
So Ashley and IFI, you agree with that?
I thought he originally said no. That's the part that confused
he did.
me.
He did.
No, I said yes that it was to, because it wasn't the question like was the purpose of that to protect like United States interests, something like that, right? And I think it is for the fact that it was to protect the financial interests and the military power.
Oh, okay, I see. I thought he was asking more like America's safety, and I thought that's what you were going to argue. But I see how you went with the financial angle. So yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think it's a good thing, right? And I don't think like obviously they weren't over there to protect the immediate populace or anything like that. But I can't say that it wasn't done to protect their own interests, because it absolutely was.
So I guess I need clarification. Did you mean like America's safety and security, or do you meant like their dollars?
That's part of it though, because a weakened dollar and weakened military and financial fucking control over the rest of the world would, like, everything fucking snowballs and fucking combines together. You know what I mean? Like it all conjoins.
Because you can twist it either way. You can like say that, like that, well, everything threatens American stability, so we got to conquer the entire planet or else, and so
that taking place all the time, man, and it's already is the case.
I thought he was asking like, were we threatened? Like, was the Middle East threatening our safety? And we had no choice but to go wipe them out before they took us out or something like that. And
to answer No Life, No Wife LARPer, does anyone know Andrew Wilson's BMI? I'm not a fitness coach or an expert in that realm, but I'm pretty sure it's Coca-Cola or some shit.
I think it's
so what
high.
up, Gen X Jeff? How you doing, man?
Hey, Based. Looks like I need some
Gen
help.
X Jeff.
Jeff.
And he's here with the reindeer ears.
Twice in one day, Jeff. Are
Very
you
good.
And I already forgot the topic.
Yes, delusional bitches.
Oh, right, delusions. Okay.
Part 2.
I could have a lot to say about that.
Okay, speak your piece.
Is it mostly men or women? Let's start there.
Oh, anybody can be delusional. In fact, I think most people are. I don't.
No,
think anyone
but
of us
which is it? Is it mostly men or women? Not can be. Is it?
All of us, every gender.
Not can be, Jeff.
What do you mean every gender? There's 2.
Yeah, there's only 2.
Well, all of them.
All of the 2?
Yeah, all of the 2.
Are they equally delusional?
Delusion is not a gendered thing. Like every human brain has some distortions to it.
Thank you, Jeff. I agree.
Well, we said that.
But are there more guilty parties? Yes or no, Jeff? Answer clearly.
Like you're delusional. We've been over this many times. We've anatomized.
I love how
I
love how this seems to be a major point of contention with you, or a major arguing point for you, but you've yet to actually make a real argument for it.
I'm waiting for Jeff to make the argument whether I agree with him or disagree with him.
What,
So
I
you're
didn't even
waiting
come
for
up here
someone
with a
else to
position.
bring up points that you can
Well, I have to make
argue
your
while
argument.
voicing your opinion.
Oh, because you were very good at it. I
Got
remember
it.
Now you got it, Ashley. Good job. Thank you.
So, Jeff, what makes you delusional? Tell us one of your delusional secrets.
I get very delusional when it comes to people. Like thinking
Okay.
people are one thing, and then it takes me forever to realize that they're not. Like for the light bulb to go off about social situations or relationships or people or friendships or jobs, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Social
Give us
stuff.
give us an example. You can call the dude Jerry, and call the woman, Jane.
Well,
Jane.
I get
Jerry and Jane.
Jane.
Or I used to. I get fired from jobs all the time because there's like like office politics and social situations at work that I don't pick
Wait.
up
Did you
on.
say you get fired from jobs all the time?
Yeah,
Or
he
used to,
did.
back when I used to do all that, I did. Yeah.
Okay. I
And
just
what
want to
was
make
the
sure I
reason?
heard it right.
What was the reason they gave?
For being delusional and thinking that like work was one way or the work setting was one way and it was totally a different way.
They
That's happened on
fired you for
panels.
being delusional? Is that what you just said?
Huh? No, my delusion led to me getting fired, like not recognizing how dysfunctional situations were, like when they actually are, like the boiling and not feeling the water as it boils, that thing. Like I'm very delusional about how hot water actually is a lot of times.
What? Like, do you burn yourself often? Like scalding?
Metaphorically, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounded like a literal example, but I don't know.
No. Well, sometimes I do.
Okay, so tell us about the last job you got fired from, because we don't have time for all of them apparently. But this last one, where did the delusion hit the road? Like, what was the, you know?
The delusion was me thinking that I had finally found the perfect workplace, the perfect team, the perfect set of coworkers, and in fact, my boss herself is the one that fed that delusion, because at Christmas, she all gave us bonuses. She told us how this was her dream team and this was her perfect set of employees. So I bought into all of that. But underneath that, there was all this dysfunction going on. And like 1 or 2 months later, I have a coworker filing a complaint on me. She's calling me into the office, wanting me to sign all this paperwork.
Whoa! What was the complaint?
Like, all out of nowhere.
You going too fast. What was the complaint on you?
I don't know. They wouldn't ever let me see it. It was from a coworker. And
so
I kept
just said somebody complained about you?
A written complaint that they would not let me see, and I
kept that's illegal.
Yeah, I was going to say
that.
I
know. I filed a civil rights case on it.
I'm not an attorney, but I am.
Companies do illegal shit all the time, so Jeff is very plausible so far. Go ahead.
Yeah, she didn't know what she was doing, and I tried to tell her, and she didn't listen to me because she was like we were already antagonists at that point. So.
How large
I didn't know
was
any of this because I didn't pick up on
this
it,
is
and
important,
I thought we
Jeff.
were all friends. Like
Jeff, real quick, how large was the company? Like how many employees roughly? You don't have to say.
It was very small. There were like
that's why
2 or 3 locations, and altogether there were probably 8 of us.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Okay.
Under the radar.
So the coworker filed a complaint about you. You had the delusion. I'm just trying to steelman this. You had the delusion that it was the perfect.
It was a
setting.
friend of mine actually that I helped to get the job.
A friend of yours filed a complaint on you?
Other delusion, like thinking that this guy was a friend and helping him to get the job in the first place, and et cetera, et cetera.
You don't know what the complaint was at all.
Yeah, we got to be missing
never let
something.
me see it.
But but it was the friend.
You knew this guy, right? Like
I know.
ask him.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta
That
you
was
gotta
one
have
of my
some kind of
complaints.
idea. Come on, you gotta have a theory.
Yeah, there has to be an
right?
idea. You have some perception.
She had a whole list of things that were
Oh,
built
shit.
up, like everything in the kitchen sink that was way outside of the scope of just the incident that he was complaining about. So it's really hard to tell what the specific thing was.
All right. Well, you know some specifics, and you're choosing not to share them. I don't blame you. That's fine. But you are on the internet, so hi.
Well, I just said I don't know what the specifics were. That was one of the issues.
Well, you
So
just
if you wanna
said that
believe
there was
I
a
know and I'm
laundry.
not
Hold on,
sharing,
hold on,
you're welcome
hold
to
on.
do that. But you can
Jeff,
take me at my word and believe
all
that I
due
don't know
respect,
because I
all-
still
all
don't
due
know. I was
respect.
never allowed to see the complaint.
All due respect, I like you a lot because you're rocking back and forth like an autist, and you're wearing
Yeah,
antlers.
because I am.
appreciate
That's
that.
the problem for you.
No, I
Just
get
deal
it,
with it
and that's
somehow.
all fine and good. But
Okay, I
I
don't
do
know
want to
why
say,
you want to come all antagonistic tonight, but go ahead.
I'm
I'm ready
not.
for it. Go
I'm
ahead.
not. That's a compliment.
That's my
in
fault, Jeff.
book.
I'm sorry. I take.
No, that's a
credit.
compliment. in my
She was
book.
backhanding complimenting you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
she's being nice.
you specific. That is me being nice. Hi, I'm Ashley. But you did say that there was an original complaint and then a laundry list of things that had nothing to do with the original complaint. So how would you know any of that if you didn't know what
Because it
any of
was
the
all in
complaints
this
were?
letter that she wanted me to sign.
Oh,
So you
looked
read
at
the letter?
Yeah, she called me into a meeting, and with like most of the office staff, like most of the entire office was in this meeting. It was a 7-hour meeting of her trying to get me to sign this letter of all the things.
Did you read the letter?
Yes, I have the letter.
And it didn't indicate it
Well,
at
read
all.
the letter to
Read
us.
us the letter. Bring us
Fuck
the
yeah,
letter.
let's go, bud.
Jeff, did the letter indicate what the complaint was about at all, or was it just vague and said there was a complaint?
Is he frozen or did he
I think he
stop
froze.
talking?
There was a list of complaints on the
He's
letter.
not moving, so I'm
think his-
guessing he's
I
frozen.
think his internet died.
Yeah.
He's
Well, he
frozen.
did.
Does
He did say that.
Oh, there you go.
He did
There you
say
go.
there was an original complaint, and then the other subsequent complaints did not
Well,
correlate.
no.
with the original
There
complaint.
was only the original complaint, and she used that original complaint to put together like this letter of her own with all this stuff from like the beginning of time that I was never aware of until now, until she
right,
put it.
but you read the letter. So what did it say?
Right. Oh, I'd have to pull it out.
Yeah,
Well,
pull
let's
it
do
out.
it. Whip it
I'm not
out.
pulling
One
it
of the
out
only
right now.
times
We
I'll
got
say
time.
that.
Pull it
Can
out.
you, can you ballpark it for us? What were the main things that caught your attention on the list?
I don't remember. A lot of it was around her not feeling safe because she had trauma with men, and she like found me scary and
Was
like
it the
my
antlers
personality or something, like threatening around the office? And she made a comment to me like, I don't know if I leave the office and I leave the two of you, like me and this coworker, alone together, if you're going to start yelling or punching the wall or something. And I'm like, where are you getting this from? You've never seen me ever be violent once. This has never come up once. This is completely from your head and your past trauma with men that you're trying to project on me. So it was stuff like that.
were you passive aggressive with her?
No, that's the problem, is I'm not passive aggressive, and I live in
That's the
Seattle.
problem.
That's a very passive aggressive culture, and they don't like open, direct communication that threatens them and intimidates them. It scares them, and I think that was part of the problem.
So far, everything he's saying is checks out. I mean, this almost sounds verbatim of.
I filed a
in.
civil rights. I used to be an ombuds. I used to do complaints for a living. I filed a civil rights case. I have a file this thick of documents. You bet it checks out.
All right, so what else?
Yeah, go on. Act like that often.
Yeah. Well, I feel your pain there, Jeff, because
But it was an example of like my delusion. I was trying to give an example of how like what the reality that I think is reality is often not the actual social reality that other people
and
think,
you thought
'cause
you
it's
lived
so
in this
subjective.
you thought you lived in a society where grown-ups were mature and responsible, honest people, and you found out that was not true. So I
Yes,
completely
keep finding that
understand
out
your
over
delusion.
and over. Yes. Because
That's a good one,
what I
Jeff.
think
I
I'm
agree.
doing is I think I'm being very discerning and deliberately trying to choose those people that are like that. And I get it wrong so many times. And so I don't know how to figure out how to find
You
the
can't
humans you're
figure
talking
it
about.
out, Jeff. I had the same problem. I tried to intellectually figure out the solution to that problem. There is no solution. The only
You think
winning
there's an
move is not
emotional
to
or
play the
intuitive
game.
solution?
Jeff, the only winning move is not to play the game.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
only
what
way you
that's
can win.
exactly. I haven't played the game in 4 years. That
There you
exactly
go.
was my solution.
And thus there's the collapse of the American society. It's just on every level. That's been my point all
But you
along.
think it's a
not just one
specifically
thing.
American thing, or is it just like
It may be,
group
I don't know. You have to
dynamic?
ask Canadian dude over here if that's the same thing goes
Well,
on in Canada.
I
But
talked to a lot of Canadians. I'm a little more worried about them than us.
I bet if you asked Jordan Peterson, he would probably agree with you that Canada's fucked too. So you can't do shit over there without everybody losing their mind. So, yeah, America's got its own, unique cultural problems, but they probably have similar problems over in Canada and
Right.
and
I
in
think
other
that's
places.
part of what makes societies interesting, though, the different cultural problems that they
I
have.
bet if you
figure
asked a
out
bunch of
together.
British people, you would also get similar answers about how fucked their society is because they can't get shit done.
Oh yeah, I have. I Zoom with British people too.
It's like all of Western society is just all collapsing all at the same time, like
But I don't like
dominoes.
a lot of the collapse is in your mind and how you look at it.
Oh,
because
really,
it's not all.
Jeff?
Some of it's
now
subjective.
we're
Like,
getting to
it's
the delusion,
subjectively
Oracle.
collapsing.
Here it comes, Oracle.
I don't see the collapse you're seeing, but of course I just told the story of how delusional I was.
Yeah. So Jeff, everything's fine, right? And there's nothing bad going on.
My life, the last 4 years, has been fantastic. Like I have had it amazes me how great my life is living
Getting
here in
fired
America in
for
our
bullshit
system.
reasons. That's a great life to have. I agree, Jeff. Everything's fine. No
Well,
problem.
I mean,
Hey, I mean, we've all.
if
Hey,
I had
come on
something to
now.
be miserable about, I would tell you. I would share it. Like
To be fair,
did,
I
Jeff.
think.
disagree
Hey,
with you.
I-Fi,
The
chill.
system
I
is
think.
fucked.
Hi-Fi, chill. I think a lot of people have been fired for bullshit reasons in the past. That's not necessarily something to go off.
That's
of,
not a
but
sign of your society collapsing when all of the fucking corporate.
It's a sign of workplace
systems are fucked.
dysfunction, but I wouldn't extrapolate to the entire society based on one small little workplace.
It's not just
Well,
one
you said
small.
you hold on, Jeff. You said you have a history of getting fired from jobs. So, but then you went back and said, "Well, we can't take this one." But you just said it's happening
here's the
over
thing.
and over again.
Let me expand on some context for that history. I didn't have that history until I moved up here to Washington State. So within this very specific culture, I have had that history. So I'm comfortable drawing rough conclusions about this culture based on my
culture of Washington
but
State,
not all of society. Like I'm not going to say the whole U.S. is collapsing because I find it hard to keep a job in Seattle, Washington.
It's not just a Seattle. Washington problem, Jeff. It's all over the country.
If it was just Seattle, don't you think people would move out?
Based on my limited data point.
But look, common sense. If it was just Seattle, that it was like this.
I got plenty of data points for you, Jeff. I've been coast to coast, and I can tell you, it's not one region. It's all over.
Yeah,
the fucking
and I find my tendency would be to believe you. Like, it's not far-fetched that this happens in other places. I just don't have enough myself to make a firm conclusion. And
I will say, I've heard
society is collapsing.
You got it, Ashley. Go for it.
All right. I will say that I have heard that the Northwest is specifically pretty shitty for being incredibly liberal. And I've heard the dating market's worse. I've heard the job market's worse. I've heard it's incredibly more liberal. I've heard that we have a lot more Me Too and affirmative action shit going on. So I'm not saying that this isn't a thing, but I digress when I do say, Jeff, that you do seem a little weird. No offense. And
it's not the antlers,
but it's never been weird. The weirdness has never been a barrier until Kona appears, so it's not just
right. So then again, I will defer to Base's question where he said, "Why not move?"
Oh, believe me, I'm I'm working on it.
All right. Well,
I don't plan to be here forever.
Well, my question was, if you think it's just that region, why you don't think everyone moves?
I don't understand your question.
Well,
if you thought it was just a Washington problem, why not move to New York or something?
No. Oh, I'm saying, why doesn't everyone?
I've talked about it many times on the stream. I probably will end up moving.
And I told you it doesn't matter if you move because I've been coast to coast, and it's not a regional problem.
Well, I've lived in other places too.
I don't think that you are the regional expert, so to speak.
Which region are you referring to?
It doesn't matter. Like I, for instance, I just moved from Oklahoma to Florida within the last 3 years, and I can say the job market and the people, while both predominantly even red states, incredibly different. Incredibly.
I also traveled many red states and found exactly what he just described. So it's not just a blue state, red state problem. There's probably more.
I didn't mean
I
that.
personally think it's more of a female
problem.
Right.
I didn't mean correlation equals causation. But what I meant was I was giving an example of two different states, one in the center of the country, one on the far end of the country. Even though they're both, predominantly red states, I do find a huge difference in the company policies, the work ethic, etc. So for you to sit there and be like, "I am the expert, know all be all, and I've worked everywhere, and it's all the same," I think it's kind of a bit hogwash.
And pause. Do a pause. Knight and Bishop, we are focusing on fucking delusion. All right, go on.
If Knight and Bishop, if you want to focus on a real topic, get up here and face the shit that you talk in the chat. But you won't, because I have a vagina, and you're scared of all the vaginas that
she got a vagina
north of the Mexican border. I get it. It's fine.
Also, you're a pussy, just in case it wasn't clear.
Very well.
So, I strongly agree with Jeff. I understand Ashley's pushback. I disagree that a few anecdotes will counter a heavy data set, but again, that's all we have. We just have our little data sets versus your little data sets, and then we have to see whose data matters more.
I'll give an anecdote here towards the whole job thing. So around 10 years ago, well, a little longer, I got out of the Marine Corps and I started working a job before I moved on to working for myself. With that said, I was working a security job, and it was shit, but I just got out of the Marine Corps. And anyways, one of my first weeks on the job, I was told I would have to work overnights. I got switched to overnights, cool. And once I got switched to overnights, I saw that they were not paying me for my break for overnights, my lunch, because you were not allowed to take a lunch if you were working overnight because you were the only one working. So anyways, from there, I ended up letting them know. I said, hey, why am I not getting paid for working these overnights for my lunch? And they said, well, we can't because you're the only one on shift. And I said, well, then you have to pay me. That's the law. And they were like, oh, but we can't. That's the contract. And I said, well, that's illegal. And so anyways, from there, I had a target on my back. They kept moving me around and long story short, trying to fire me. So I ended up writing some letters to the president and got into a big tangle. Anyways, I became unfucking fireable. And it was just due to the pressure that I put back on them. Now, this is like 10 years ago. Another anecdote, but just to say that a lot of workplaces will get away with whatever they can get away with. And that's
with
just
what
how it goes.
you let them
It's
get
the
away
reality.
Was that
And
a
what up,
union
Sarah?
job, Dave?
Yeah, Raging Tomatoes on. Before you jump in, Sarah, let me just really fuck up the panel. I'd like to take a moment to notice that so far the men are pointing out how shitty the job markets are, but the one woman doesn't see any problem with the job market. Please
Well, I
go
don't
on,
know
I think
Sarah.
a lot of it was gendered in my case. Like,
Please, Sarah, share your thoughts and feelings on the topic.
What's the topic again?
Job markets in America, are good or bad?
I will say I did not say that whatsoever. I just said that living in two different states of similar political backgrounds, I did see a big. What I said actually was that I did see a big difference. So I don't think that it has anything to do
between
with
red
that.
and blue state.
No, both red states. I also
and there-
said that I think that Jeff probably has issues beyond what he's, disclosing, and yada yada.
What's the difference? Like they were
What-
both
what-
good,
what-
both
so-
bad, or what's the difference? I didn't hear the difference.
I don't know why Ashley's throwing that in or what she's going on or what it means or what.
No,
I'm
I
supposed
don't
to
mean
do.
well.
Like I'm
yes,
not telling the whole story, and there was something.
correct. I do believe that
Oh,
just
well,
based off of.
you're just getting that from your own ass because it's not what
No,
happened.
because when I
Nothing
did
said
ask you,
indicate. This is what women do. They read emotional bullshit
Well,
into
shit.
stuff.
okay, well,
and they
hold
create these
on.
whole narratives that have
Right.
nothing to do
If I
with
may have a
reality,
chance to
and they
rebut
get
after
more
this.
convinced of their version of things than the actual guys. They do not know how to listen to men.
Right.
Jeff.
Okay.
Don't,
Well,
don't
again,
take
I hold on. I asked for a chance to
I don't know
rebut
where
after
you're
this.
getting this bullshit from. You completely pulled that.
I'll tell
out of
you.
your
I'll tell
own
you. I'm getting
brain.
it from you
You're
directly.
You're getting it off of
So,
vibes and
real quick,
intuition. It's
based,
nothing
if I may, I did
concrete,
ask
and
for a
it's
chance
not
to rebut.
factual. You're
Okay,
making
okay,
shit
hold on. Let
up.
Jeff
That's what we
finish.
call it. Making
then-
shit up.
All right, now Ashley's going to
If you're
respond.
going to make shit up about me, I'm the wrong one. I already told
hold
you
on.
I'm not passive aggressive.
Hold on, Jeff. Nobody's making anything up. Let's hear
She
Ashley's
is. She absolutely
rebuttal.
is.
Well, she's giving her opinion.
Well, her opinion is wrong because her opinion is about my life and my reality, and she wasn't even there. So she's giving a bullshit opinion that she's making up.
Well, she is making up her opinion, but why don't you respond, Ashley?
Yeah, thank you. So, I don't mean any offense, Jeff. I think you're a great character to have on the show, and I'm enjoying the conversation. But earlier when we were talking, I did say something about you rocking back and forth like an autist. Again, I didn't mean that
This was
as
at a disability agency. I
Hold-
was
hold on.
hired to
Let
work
her-
with people with autism, ADHD, and the other invisible disabilities. So
Right.
everybody there was familiar with autism. So do you
Okay.
think it was my autism?
No.
That's what you said. There was
No, I
something more
did-
that I'm not
I
telling.
did- well,
Was
if
my
I didn't
autism?
finish.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know anything about me or the job, and
If
you're
I may-
already ready to build this story.
Hold on,
about
let him.
Jeff, deep
All right,
breath.
look,
buddy.
we're getting
Deep
a little
breath.
bit worked up, and
I'm not
you,
working. This
you know,
is me. If you can't
we're
handle
we're
this
gonna get
level
to
of
the bottom. No,
workup,
it's
this
fine.
is not the panel for
We're
me.
gonna
I
get
will
to the bottom of the
proceed.
delusion,
I
Jeff.
don't-
I promise.
I do not let myself get emotion
Me.
police. Thank you for hosting. Take.
Oh shit!
Oh, Ashley, broke
Well, no,
down.
no.
That's our
What
second rage
hold
quit.
on.
Fuck.
You
Hold
bitch.
on. What I wanted to say was when I brought up autism, he said, "Yes, I do have autism." Right? He admitted that, and that's fine. I work with and talk to and deal with a lot of people with autism. I'm not sliding it or being a bitch about it, right? I'm just saying, hey, obviously you're a little bit autistic and you're wearing deer antlers right now. And he was like, yeah, that's true. I'm autistic and I'm wearing deer antlers. Okay, I was right. Then he went on to talk about, I don't know what it's about, right? But then when I pressed him a little bit further, he was like, well, the main lady had a complaint against me, and then the other complaints had nothing to do.
Ashley, I'm mad. You're mad. We're all mad here.
I'm not mad.
Yeah, you are. You're
That
I'm
was a rage quit,
no.
but I'm not mad.
No, I'm just saying in the range of like, hey, what we're getting to the bottom of this. If you know that the people's other complaints don't have anything to do with the main complaint, then you know what it was, which he was denying that he knew. I don't care. I'm not judging him. I just wanted to have the conversation. And
Okay.
he's kind of been a little bit dishonest about it, which again, whatever. I don't fucking care. But I'm not
He
here to
left,
attack the guy.
It's okay.
I'm
He's
just
gone. He's
saying that.
gone. Calm down. He's gone. He's gone.
No, I'm calm. I just was waiting my turn to speak. And now I'm
So
speaking.
Knight and the Bishop taking shots at Sarah now. He said,
well, but he won't come on and
Sarah
actually face ladies.
has put
He's a
in
bitch.
5% of the effort that Ashley does, and now has 20 times amount of the results.
Sarah, will you speak on this when you talk
I
about
will,
putting in less
absolutely.
effort? Thank you.
Actually,
Because you saw what I said earlier, right?
No, I didn't actually.
What I said earlier, real quick, to let you in on the whole thing was Knight and Bishop, I don't put in much effort. I take months off at a time, and I literally don't put effort in. So please explain tonight, please.
Yeah, I mean, Ashley comes and goes and disappears quite often. The main key to YouTube that I found that was great advice from Rachel's Ghost was consistency, consistency, consistency. Now I have the. Am I too echoey? I'm in like
a little bit.
Let me go in the other room. Sorry.
You're fine on my end.
No, I was working on my new studio room. But for
look at that effort.
5% more effort.
But consistency is something that I am built for. It's what I live for. If I'm not consistent, like there's something wrong, so for Ashley to be consistent, it's actually like that's out of the loop for her. Like she can't maintain consistency. So unfortunately,
not at all.
Unfortunately, because of that, like it affects her in that direction.
And what did I say? What did I say when you first were about to go live? I said, Sarah, the moment you do this, you will surpass me within months.
Yeah, and
I told
Ashley's
you that.
been
I'm
my
not
biggest support
fucking
train.
exactly.
Ashley and
Thank
Michelle,
you.
The two of them have pushed and pushed and pushed, and like, you got this, keep going, And so, and it's not a competition between Ashley and I. That's not even a thing. Like we raise each other together. And it's, the more each of us grow, the better each of us will continue to do. And everybody knows and understands that Ashley and I are two different people. She's the go-getter. She's the pit bull. She's the one that will attack. Meanwhile, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stay over here in my corner. I'm happy over here. It's quiet. I'll keep the peace. And we're two very different people that way. And with each of those different styles, we'll both grow in our own way. I'm not at all like, but we started this kind of at the same time. And we just both went different ways. Like me, I started with more of the networking where we were doing all of the live streaming on Ashley's channel. And then I started my own stuff. But I was, again,
Sarah, real quick, so before you got on, Knight was attacking me saying like, oh yeah, you, with all the connections you've made, you've only got like 1.3 something K subscribers.
Trying.
And I know that's with me not trying.
Like,
bro.
she disappeared from YouTube.
Literally,
for like 3
I
months.
don't try at
for
all.
like 3 months. And
here's the thing, Sarah. Here's the thing. Knight was then going on to compliment himself for being at this for 17 years and still 1,000 less subscribers than me. And I was like, okay, I didn't know this was a competition, but if it was, I'm winning. Second of all, I don't care. I literally do this as my hobby, and I don't even appear. I haven't done a live stream, like a real one, in fucking 3 months, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm
you're
still
gaining
getting
subscribers and views.
Yeah. Eat my dick, Knight. And then he's like, oh no, I didn't, because he's trying to suck your dick right now, because I told the whole story about how Knight was trying to suckle off of my teat when I first.
I remember that. I remember you,
Sarah,
when you first started talking
word
to
to
him.
you, Knight. Word to you, Knight. Sarah was the first motherfucker to tell me you were not the one to work with.
Yep. And I didn't even know him. I just, what did we do? Like one panel with him, and I was like, nope.
Sarah hated him. Sarah was like, this guy is not it, bro. So you want to sit here and think that you're going to cause a wedge between me and my best friend? You can suck our dick.
With all of the shit that Ashley
Singular?
and I have been through already on YouTube, like there's nothing anybody can say or do that would interfere with that.
Thank you.
Nothing. All of the efforts that people have put into splitting us up, it's like, bro, we got almost 20 years on you. Fuck off.
GS, what's up, bud?
What up, GS?
It just though, Sarah, you missed the whole thing. Knight was going after me hard, and then Base was like, "Get on panel," and Knight was like, "No, I don't." Same old.
I don't even
old.
know why you even give him the attention or the credibility. Like,
it was because his comments kept getting brought up, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this guy. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, if you're gonna bring up his comments, I'm gonna address it. Oh, a dude asked me a question. Like, no, shut up. He likes to play devil's advocate, but he's not. The truth is, he's a bitter, fat little chubby Mexican who can't get chicks, who gets mad because I didn't want to work with him, and Sarah doesn't either. So fuck yourself.
Yeah, but he can continue watching my stuff if he wants.
Yeah, that's like cool. And subscribe, bitch. Like and subscribe, like the good little bitch you are.
I got my two favorite ladies in here. Did anyone else get in a weird message when they try to enter StreamYard? It says something about X having Twitter is having some kind of issues, something with the API.
No.
I restarted my computer. And
you probably need to refresh your connection with the Twitter. Okay. That would be my guess.
I mean,
hey, who is Spider Ken? He's in a Spider-Man.
Who did I create fake drama with? Sarah, do you know of any fake drama I've ever created?
Yo, what's up?
It's Spider-Man.
No, I don't think there's really any drama necessarily. It's usually stirred up,
what's up
by someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who this is.
Kind of happens.
Can you just do the shocker?
Exactly.
It's YouTube.
And I literally tried to put
pink
it to
and one in the
rest.
stink.
Every time.
So you ladies agree? You believe the Knight and the Bishop is delusional. All right, case closed.
I think they agree on that. That's
actually that's a really good point. You're right. He's completely delusional.
I'm not even saying that, but I'm just.
And he won't even come up here and defend his own honor or anything. So I guess
you can come up.
Agree. They all agree.
Flopstar says you were trying to be important.
He won't come up and defend anything because he literally says that he's like, no, these aren't real debates. These are just people trying to yell over one another and clout chase and blah, blah, blah. While he's sitting there continuously being a keyboard warrior. Fuck off. You're either in or you're out. Shit or get off the pot now.
Hi, everyone.
Get up here and fucking tell me what you think. Or shut the fuck up, bitch.
Okay, so moving on. Ken, are you a delusional bish?
What do you mean?
I mean what the fuck I said. Are you a delusional bish?
No, I am not. I am a
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm a dude, yes.
Dudes can be delusional bitches.
They can also be sassy.
That's a special kind of dude, but yeah.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm a sassy dude.
Sounds pretty delusional to me.
We're gonna have that stream next never. But
that's how I get my ladies.
That's how you get your ladies, by being sassy.
How many ladies do you get by being sassy?
Please tell me this is trolling.
Not.
No, he's serious.
I am trolling. I'm just saying I'm not sassy. I don't like to be sassy. I'm making a joke out of it because
But that was a sassy joke.
You get it? Sassy
You're being delusional again.
Yes, queen.
Yes, I'm just a girl.
I'd bring it out.
Oh man.
I think you're being delusional.
You know what I just got off of? Grace Sorp.
Yeah.
She just had a speed dating and I just got off that and she wants to get to know me.
Did you win?
Yes, sir.
Congrats.
Wow. Yeah, so you are delusional. Okay, very good.
Yeah, I like the crazy.
I think you just checked all the boxes, dude. Delusional, top to bottom.
I like the crazy bitches.
Does it dude. Like crazy bitches? I don't know. I don't think even crazy bitches like crazy bitches.
So, GS, I've been asked to ask you a question.
Yes, I know the question. I answered it.
What's the question?
The question is, am I a veteran? I think.
No.
Is that what he said?
No. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Am I a bish? Am I a delusional bish?
You're being delusional.
Nope. Strike two. All right, here's your third shot.
Dude,
Yo, where's
mowed the
Jeff?
lawn. I'm enjoying my
You know
beer.
Jeff is restreaming you guys. You know that, right?
That's okay. Yeah, Jeff.
Senior Hefe.
Jeff had a good time. I think he enjoyed the discourse.
Right until Ashley wrecked him. Thanks, Ashley.
So GS, hold on, Spider King. GS. So I don't know too much about the drama things going on with the DD-214 or any of that, and I'm not too interested. But with that said, somebody had said that you, and I've never heard of this. That's why I wanted to ask you. I've never heard of this happening, but they said that you were in for like 10 or 12 years, right, in the Air Force, correct?
What?
In the Army?
First off, I'm not going to give them any more information. What I will say is I'm going to do what you do. Anticipation. Wait and see. We'll see if they put out the legitimate TD-214.
I don't know anything about that. No, that's not my question. My question is,
what's your question then? I'm not going to give these guys any more information than I already have. It's hilarious. It's hilarious watching these idiots freaking chase their tails.
Look, I'm not even watching. I don't even know what you mean. But did you finish after a decade? Were you in fact like did you graduate? Did you retire? Were you a PFC, an E3?
No.
Okay, because that is what
because my wife pinned E5 on me. I was actually E5P before I went to the med board, which they removed the P because obviously you're not going to take that slot from someone else.
Did you just say you pinned her down? Or am I hearing mishearing?
Spider King, shut the fuck up. So GS, back to so you're saying okay, so that was just a lie wherever that came from. That was my only.
It's been nothing but lies, actually. My wife actually saw one of the videos. She sent me like a voice memo, and I'm not going to put it up because I don't want to make her a target. But it about broke her heart because she said, when my husband deployed, I deployed with him. Every time a knock came at the door, basically, I was worried if that was going to be the letter or if that was going to be the, And it really messed her up a little bit, and she was kind of pissed off about it, honestly. But I told her I'm not putting you up there. I don't want to get her involved, and I hope that they put out my not my unredacted. I hope they put out my redacted DD-214. If they put out my redacted, then they're doxing, and that's a federal crime. So we'll see.
So would you say that these people? I don't even know who you mean specifically, but I think I have an idea. Would you say that they're delusional?
I gotta run. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, we'll yeah, bye.
Well, I have a 4-minute. I have a 4-minute and 14-second video that I just put up on my website, and it's AI music, so there's no copyright issues. Well, you're not monetized anyway, so
fuck you. Anyways, right. So with that, would you say that you're Are they saying that you're delusional, but you're saying that they're delusional? Is that where the delusional?
It's absolutely. I've never seen spurging like this. It's absolutely hilarious. I mean, these people think they're gatekeepers to like veterans. And I got a premiere video coming out dealing with that Master Sergeant, that nasty girl.
I don't know who that is.
He got QMP'd, I think. He got qualitative management programmed out of regular Army during the Clinton drawdowns right about the same time. I took an early out.
Okay.
And the reason why I took an early out is because they were kicking out E6s left and right because they were kind of shitbags. They were zebras. We called them zebras, all stripes, no purpose. And so he ended up getting out, and I guess he went nasty girl. But he wants to try to flex on me and stuff. So you'll see. I got a video coming out where it shows that he lied like 2 or 3 different times, about stuff that he said. So, and I got way more videos coming out.
So look, I'm not I'm not making any claim whatsoever. I'm just asking, why are so many people like this coming here? Why did you lie about your service? And
you know what happened? You know what happened, Based? Your avatar should have my face in the middle of it. I'm living your best dream, dude. I'm actually living. Yes, exactly, dude. You got to put my face in there, man. I'm living your dream, dude. I could not be living your avatar's dream more than I am right now, than anyone else right now. It's hilarious, dude.
So Mirrors 420 wants to know if you ever saw combat.
Yeah, you're gonna watch. I got a video here. It's 4 minutes and 14 seconds.
Why do you always speak?
Now I
in
just
videos?
got done
Like,
telling you that
just
I just
never
got done telling you that I'm
answer?
not going to answer any questions. They're going to have to fucking figure it out. And when they eat crow, and we'll see if they have any fucking integrity, and they eat a big giant bag of crow, we'll see if they apologize. Because I want to imagine if I were actually a vet that were struggling with mental illness and a legitimate veteran, and they were trying to push like that, and something happened.
What do you mean?
You know, because these guys are all upset because I won't dunk on some other guy that was stolen valor.
Okay. And what'd you say, Sarah?
I just never understand why we always have to watch a video. Why can't you just speak to it?
Well, why don't you speak for me, Sarah?
I don't know. I was just hoping you.
Well, then be quiet and be submitted.
Why
in
are we
church.
going for 4 minutes of a video?
Well, it kind of explains it. He said he didn't know the actors, so it's called Blue Falcon episode 1.0. I think I'm pretty sure that my fellow veteran knows what a Blue Falcon is.
I'll go refill my coffee then.
It's it's a plane.
It's a bird.
Yeah,
it's a plane.
Right? Yeah,
It's Superman.
You don't know what a Blue Falcon is for real?
Yeah, the Blue Falcons, right? They're like the jets, and they do
buddy fucker, dude.
Oh.
Come on, man. You're Army. You're military, right? You never heard that?
I know, but I was in the only branch. We didn't talk about gay shit like buddy fucking.
I think that's the Navy, isn't it?
Well, it's all the other branches. So with that said, my only question to you is, I mean, I'm not going to ask you about specifics, like you said, you're going to put it in a video, but why?
Well, you know why?
Good, because I'm not going to ask them.
Do you want to know why?
No. So listen.
I want them to dig. I want them to find out for themselves and see that they won't actually put it out. They're going to quietly walk the fuck away like idiots and retards. That's what's going to happen.
Okay, that may very well be, but I'm asking, why do you think they dislike you so much? Because
I'm a man, and men aren't meant to be agreeable. I mean, Master Sergeant said it himself, even though he tried to walk that shit back. He said it again in the next video he put out.
Yeah, but I'm a man, and everyone likes me. So.
I love him.
You're delusional.
Stop the cap. All right, now Sarah's gonna get on side with that bullshit. No, I'm a dude, man. I don't apologize for being a guy.
Oracle being delusional.
What are we supposed to do? Like, you want me to hold hands and fucking set up tea party fucking saucers and cups and shit? Fuck that. I'm a dude, man. You fucking handle it or don't handle it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I handle it, but like, why? So you're saying that they're not, whoever they are, they're not.
Why are you asking me why other people don't like me? Why don't you ask?
No, I'm asking your perception. Well, if you asked me the same question, I could answer you.
I'm an asshole. I said it from the fucking very beginning. I've always been an asshole. I'll always be an asshole.
That I don't agree with. I don't think you're an asshole.
Oh, to the right person, I am.
Maybe, but not.
I assure you, I am.
An asshole.
But
you said Sarah was your favorite. You said Sarah and Ashley were your favorite.
Sarah's awesome.
Thank you.
Actually, if you ever want to know what the hell she's thinking, just wait a second, and she'll definitely tell you. She won't mush around. But there's a lot of spurgs out there in the orbit. Go ahead and play the video, man.
What video?
I got it in the back chat. It's a 4 minute and 14-second video.
While we're waiting for the video, can you tell us if the Middle East wars were delusional or not, or do you think they were?
Oh, yes, good question.
Do I think they were delusional? I think they were a money-making scam. I think at the time that I went there, I was very idealistic, thinking. I think the thing that, well, here I am. No, I'm giving away information about my overseas.
You don't have to go into details. I'll just say abstract.
I'll just say yes. I think they were. I think most soldiers went there idealistically, thinking that they were trying to help. Especially Afghanistan and, well, Iraq, I would say, win a level of freedom. But here's the issue. I mean, we had help from the French against the British to throw that yoke off. But, unless you're willing to roll up your sleeves and actually get down in the nitty gritty, you'll never respect the freedom that you earn if someone else earns it for you and gives it to you.
Why are we fighting for Afghanis' freedom and not everyone else in the world that's suffering from oppression and slavery?
You probably should ask like generals and presidents and politicians, bro.
So, GS, ask me if I've seen combat.
Have you seen combat?
So that question, I'm not going to answer. Psych! I will answer. Yeah. So I was in a combat zone, headed to Afghanistan, ended up diverting to a humanitarian mission in Pakistan on a MEU. And probably the closest that I got personally was my company took down a pirate ship, a Somalian pirate ship.
I'm the captain now.
Yeah, kind of cool. And
no, that's not cool.
Yes, I am a Marine. And, with that said, we were heading to Afghanistan, got in during OIF 2. And, the fact that it didn't happen, that I didn't, I wasn't in proximity, like bullets weren't just flying past my head. I think a lot of dudes in my platoon were pissed off or outraged, but I don't know that it was real. And I think in retrospect, it was good that I didn't do that, because when I got in, I thought it was, I was under the, I was delusional, right? I thought, this is doing the right thing for America. Not that it wasn't intentionally, but looking at what the wars really were, which is, look at the end result, 20 years later, Afghanistan stronger than ever. Yeah. Well, why do I have...
right over to China.
Yeah, like what did my buddies, company mates die? Because some of them did die in Afghanistan. Yep. We did different things, and it's like, what did they die for? If they're stronger than ever after 20 years.
Yeah, I pulled my company commander. I was part of one of the people pulling my company commander off a helicopter, and you could tell there wasn't a whole man, and that included his IBA and his weapon, and you could tell there wasn't a whole man in there. And that kind of messed me up a bit, because it always seems like the good ones never want to come back. It's always the shitbags that fucking survive. Like I can name a couple.
Is it okay if I ask a pretty controversial question?
You can ask it, whether I'll answer or not.
Yeah, go for it.
For the panel, do you think that the United States of America has fought an honorable war since World War II?
I'm sorry, say again.
Do you think the United States of America has fought an honorable war since World War II?
I don't even know that World War II was an honorable war.
My goodness, yes. I was afraid to ask that much question, but
what are you implying, dude?
I'm implying we allied with commies and created communism, and which is like the most fucked up thing we could have done in that situation.
Yep.
If I was the army general, hear me out. Just wave your head, yes or no. I would have waited until the Nazis and commies killed each other, and then whoever's left wiped them out. Wouldn't that have been the best military choice?
Well, the interesting thing is they say that the winners write history, right?
Yeah,
I guess. Okay. Yeah.
So we basically rebuilt Europe. The Rothschilds bankrolled the Axis and the Allies, so they were going to win no matter what. Hitler was controlled opposition. Sorry if I can even. The guy with the funny mustache was controlled opposition.
Too late. He's out the box.
I know. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm not sorry. Fuck it. I'm just gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna say it.
This channel's expendable. Do your thing.
So the interesting thing is, I've got some pretty deep takes on it. We were actually kind of coerced into the war. There was actually a very pro kind of, I guess you could say, pro-fascist or pro-funny guy with the mustache movement in America. The Pearl Harbor, there's a lot of scuttlebutt that they knew the attack was coming. They had moved the newer ships out of that area, out of Pearl Harbor, and then they let the older ones get destroyed in order to kind of, it's problem reaction solution. You asked a pretty simple question. I'm giving you a pretty long response, but it's the Hegelian dialectic. Problem reaction solution. They needed a reason to get into the war. So the problem was, how do we get into the war with a bunch of people that are kind of siding with Germany, being in America, and how do we? The solution is we need to get into the war. So the reaction was we needed to bomb Pearl Harbor. So they allowed it to happen. Allegedly.
I believe that. Okay, so allow me to be devil's advocate for a moment. To my question I just asked you, since World War II, what about South Korea?
I was stationed there. We should have bombed the Chinese border. We had them all the way up past the way past the 38th parallel. We should have was it MacArthur? I think it was MacArthur that wanted to bomb the because he thought the Chinese were massing on the border, and he wanted to send a message to them: don't mess with us. They basically relieved him of his duty, or they chastised him somehow, and the Chinese actually pushed all of the South Koreans and the United States military all the way basically to the tip of the peninsula, and it was pretty brutal to fight all the way back to the 38th parallel. When I was in Korea in '89, part of in processing is it was like a 30-minute like documentary of like what those you want to talk about a brutal freaking war, man.
So look, we going into the weeds a little bit, and I do agree with a lot of these sentiments, but nonetheless, we're going into the weeds. And actually, it is before you go, GS, it is Sarah's turn to state a delusion, whether it's of herself or somebody else.
Sorry for the weedy questions.
You know, the last time you said this delusional bish. And then you're on, GS.
Based Oracle is delusional to think that his debate topic is legitimate. There.
Oh, it's legit.
Which topic?
I don't know. I'm probably delusional, quite honestly, with people and thinking I can help people and do better for others and make a difference. Like, to me, I feel like I'm just delusional for even having that thought process sometimes.
That's actually that's echoing
Which
in my
topic
head
are you
right
talking
now.
about? Which debate
That's
topic?
echoing in my head right now. I'm kind of fuck people at this point in time.
Okay. And what about you, GS? Give us a delusion,
I've
but
got
not
the
those
video.
two. Not whoever you're. Yeah. No, just outside of that. Delusional.
What do you mean outside of
bish?
the perfect delusional bish? He's literally delusional and a bish.
Who?
Play the video, man. It's
but
right
you got to
there.
say who.
It's it's Stone Vag, Stone Vet. Actually, I call him Pat. He's Pat. You'll understand. Maybe you're not old enough to remember the Saturday Night Live skit, but and it all passed the copyright, by the way. And it's AI music, so there's no worries about any of it.
All right, hold on.
And you can check it out first if you want. It's pretty freaking.
You know how I feel about this shit, but here we go.
It's only 4 minutes and 14 seconds.
I know, but I'm very impatient.
I hate it.
We'll play it at double speed.
Play his videos.
You know who else?
I'm very proud of my video, Sarah.
Do you know who else used to?
Your slutty grandma video is
Gay
awesome.
Star loved popping on panel to play his video.
Nice. Oh, you got to rewind it. You missed it. Okay. Are you double speeding it for real?
No, 1.25.
Volume's real low lately. I don't know what's going on.
All right, we're just live. We're gonna do.
So this is Pat. This is the guy. This is the guy who's trying to gatekeep my DD214.
If I watch this and my questions are not answered, I'm going to be pissed.
This is him. This is the delusional bish.
Holy fuck!
A lot of people ask who's he or she.
Look, he's got himself muted like a monkey.
GS, we're 25% through, maybe 20. And so far, what the fuck?
Let it play.
Here comes Pat.
It's Pat.
Muted. I'm fucking muted.
Everyone be sure to go say hi to Pat. Pat is a DD214 gatekeeper. If you do not send him or your DD214, you won't be turtly enough for the Turtle Club.
Are you a member of the Turtle Club?
Well, not exactly.
Not exactly. But am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? See their vestige of beef? There is some that they got back that was not redacted. They bragged about it and said they redacted it themselves. So therefore, it did not come redacted.
So this is the guy on my channel talking about these two.
No shit. So what that means is
getting unredacted versions of people's DD214s and then showing them on basically doxing people.
Hold on, let me.
So no shit. So what that means is, by the way, when you go to the National Public Records, here we go. Once again, online record service. This is vetrex.gov. national.archives.gov. Yeah, this is you're saying dumb shit. If they send it to you unredacted, that means it's unredacted.
Is he okay?
He's fine.
He's fine, Colonel.
Colonel. He's dreamt of this place ever since he was a child.
The only reason anybody, I'm gonna tell you this right now, Todd. I'm not redacting anything from your DD-214.
I hope he doesn't too. I hope he fucking steps on his
We'll
dick.
be out in 5 minutes. Please.
All right.
I am literally not going to redact a single thing. I am going to show it exactly how the fucking archives sent it to me. I'm not redacting anything. Social security number, birthday, anything. I'm not redacting a thing. Try and sue me. Try and sue me.
There's some big words there.
Dipshit.
Do you know what those mean there, Base? Or do you want a second to look those up? You're a erudite guy, right? You figure those big bloviate hyperbole. I don't think those guys can figure it out though.
You get it? I'm not
This
redacting
fucking
anything.
retard down below. He
Putting
looks
all
like a
this shit
fucking
out there.
baboon, shaved his ass,
Try
and taught it
and
how
deal
to
with
walk
it,
backwards.
fucker. You can't.
All right, so all of this was to prove that they are not going to redact the DD-214
No,
that they're...
The point is, all right, Base, if you want to be turtly enough for me to not come after you, call you stolen valor unrighteously, unfairly, without any proof, to try to tarnish your reputation, unless you jump through a bunch of hoops and you present your DD-214 to me, and if you're a man, you're going to look at me and say, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, but I would have just not... I don't care. Like, if somebody was like,
Right.
you're not a vet, you're not a Marine, I would just be like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it would even be something you feel the need to prove to anybody. I wouldn't give a shit.
Right, but then they're destroying your reputation,
Well,
accusing
well,
you of being stolen valor.
your reputation stands on you, like not what anybody else says about you.
Right, and
I mean,
so Sarah,
like,
with respect, so Sarah.
Well,
with
hold on, let her
respect-
finish. Let her
with
finish.
respect-
Let her finish.
Oh yeah,
All right,
go,
go on,
go ahead.
Sarah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you. Like I understand the idea of like, oh my gosh, if they say this, I have to prove it. Like you can't.
No, I
get-
don't have to prove shit. That's my whole
That's
point,
what
Sarah.
I'm
Let her
saying.
finish.
Like to me,
Then you
this
can go.
would- to me,
Then
this
it's my
would-
turn.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Shut the fuck up, I-Fi. All right, go on, Sarah.
I-Fi, stop interrupting.
Thanks, Daddy. I think at the end of the day, like you even entertaining it or being upset by it or whatever, it's like that makes people question you even more because you know why would you be so upset if it wasn't true, right? What was that Jesus?
Be
when
still and know that I'm God.
well, that, but when Pontius Pilate said you did this, they're saying you did this, and Jesus just stayed silent, you
Mhm.
know. And even Pontius Pilate knew, like, okay, I think I got this right. I may be wrong how I'm saying it, but basically, Jesus didn't defend it. He didn't give a shit because he's like, you're gonna say whatever you're gonna say, you know. Like I know the truth, God knows the truth, and that's really all that matters at the end of the day, right?
Mhm.
So, like to me, like you're wasting your time. Get back to you. Get back to your great content and who you
I'm
are.
back to me. I'm
Focus
clowning
on that.
these idiots with
Don't waste
everyone
your-
thinks I'm upset. This is hilarious.
He
Everyone's
told
trying
you
to get
shut the
information
fuck up
out of
and
me.
You're not shutting the fuck up.
Are you going to be done in the next 5 minutes or so?
I've been trying, but I keep getting my whole thought process.
Look, we just watched your 4-minute video, so go on.
No, you watch 3 minutes and
3.5 minutes, I can't get back. All right, go on, Sarah.
Thank you. I just think, yes, I think you focus on the wrong shit. And I think if you just keep doing you, the people that do like you and do come to watch you, they're gonna follow your lead them down the way of like, hey, we're just gonna ignore these morons, you know, we're just gonna keep pushing through and doing our shit. You're only known for the last 2 streams you did, right? So
I'm a fucking legend.
not really.
No, I'm a fucking legend.
And if you spend every
I promise you, I'm a fucking legend.
but if you spend
You
every
can't promise.
stream
Yeah,
like,
I'm a fucking legend.
all right,
I mean, you
I'll
can
let
categorize me however you want, Sarah. Does it make it fucking right? If you tell me I'm a duck, does that make
Hey,
me fucking
GS.
quack and
See,
waddle?
even there, you feel the need to defend it.
I'm
like,
not defending. I'm making a fucking statement.
Always.
Hey, GS. Can
Holy
I go?
shit, dude.
Can
I'm
I
not
go
even.
next?
I'm not even upset about it.
Let your-
This whole
Hold
shit.
on,
Can I
I5.
talk now? Because
Let
it's fucking
your
hilarious.
let your actions speak for you. Like, don't defend everything. Just let
I
it go.
am. I made a fucking video, fucking mocking them. It's
Why are
hilarious,
you
dude.
wasting your time?
It wasn't
on
that
these
funny.
How do you know it's a waste of my fucking time? Will you?
wasn't
I just
Are you
watched
fucking in
it.
charge of my time now?
It wasn't.
Are you tone policing my time, Sarah?
No, but
Do I got to check with you before I fucking?
That's
Hold
time
up, Sarah.
policing.
You brought the
Do I got to
topic
check
up.
with you before I fucking
Hold
before I
on,
organize
GS.
anything on my
Hey,
calendar?
GS.
You brought the
Go ahead,
topic
Fi.
up.
I want to hear from
My
someone
turn.
that's got some
My
reason.
turn. Sarah, my turn.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Sarah and Based, this is addressed to you.
Sarah.
The reason why he felt the need to defend his honor was because Based asked him, why are these people following you around and keep asking these asinine questions? So that's why he responded. I was there too, so we were all there.
Matter of fact, you tried to ask me information. I said multiple times, I'm gonna make them absolutely work for every little scrap. And then when they put out my DD-214, we're gonna see if they have any integrity, and they apologize, and they fucking apologize, or if they're gonna be absolute fucking cunts, like I know they're gonna be.
I'm wondering though, why would they release it if in fact it does align with what you have said?
They wouldn't. That's the point. They're either going to quietly shut up and walk away and let that lie perpetuate, or have some fucking integrity and go, you know what? We stepped on a bag of dicks. We apologize. He was a decent man. All he said was he was a run-of-the-mill cavalry scout, and he jumped out of planes for a little bit. He ran out of fucking hua juice and couldn't serve his country anymore. Wish I was still there, man. I never said
Also,
I was some fucking
I don't want to
awesome
be that
dude.
guy. I don't want to
And
be that guy.
I show a fucking ID card. It was my Al Qaeda fucking card, because we train Al Qaeda and we train against Taliban, depending on what fucking rotation, who's coming through, and what fucking area they're going to. We have two different fucking ID cards for that.
Now
yeah, it
we
was a
hit
fucking
all the
training card,
no-no
retard.
words.
But so was that guy when he's fucking wearing the weird garb. He's not fucking Muslim. What the fuck's he doing over in Iraq trying to fucking wrap his head up like he's a fucking Muslim? That's why I said, look you're not so fucking special. I can wrap my head up too. It don't fucking make you what you think you are. Good old Pat. You ain't some fucking tough guy, dude. You ain't some dude. You couldn't even fucking cope, dude. You have to fucking drug yourself in order to drag yourself out of fucking bed.
You're proving my point for me, GS.
I mean, it's pathetic. Did we not all go to the same fucking war?
Yeah. So, along the lines of what Sarah said, but bringing it back to me, we're going to talk about me for a minute. That was a lot about you, too much.
Well, you fucking asked, dude. I didn't even want to fucking answer it. But you want to fucking create drama, dude. That's good. Pump your fucking drama. Go ahead, Beast. Go ahead, Beast.
Guys, calm down.
All right, so
I knew what you were doing before I even fucking came up here.
Can
dude.
you guys
What did I do?
ever be on a panel and
Go
play
ahead.
What did I do?
Go ahead, Base. Give me your avatar, Base. You don't deserve it anymore. You need more enemies, Base. Get
He's
on my
stole
level.
that from me, anyways.
Yeah,
He's-
No, I want to hear.
Maybe
I
you're
want to
right.
hear what Fi had to say.
No. We're on me. Okay.
Sarah interrupted him.
I'm taking my time because this is my fucking show. But with that said,
Damn it.
Right.
I tried to
so
save you.
a lot of people shut the fuck up, Fi. So a lot of people, I know it's all right. So a lot of people come at me. I respond to basically none of it. I don't know. I don't care. People restream. People clip up my videos. This will be clipped up, no doubt. And I don't even watch them. I don't care. I'm not worried about my reputation. I don't care. It just doesn't matter. I think that you stand on your reputation in terms of who you are. And if there's people who believe things that aren't true about you, then who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. But I don't know if you mean reputation in terms of your YouTube channel or you personally, because you probably don't have to deal with anyone on YouTube outside of YouTube, right?
Oh, I'm not worried about the YouTube. I was talking to my wife tonight, and I'm minorly annoyed with the slander. I mean, it's YouTube. I mean, it's going to happen out there.
What is the slander? What is
What's
it?
that?
What is
that I'm
the
stolen
slander?
valor?
that you weren't in the military? Well, how could they pull up your DD-214 if you weren't?
No, they're saying the things that I said, which they're tearing everything out and all kinds of weird, disconjuncted, time frames and stuff. They've got limited information, and they're trying to piece it together. I mean, I've never seen somebody like want to date me more than my wife did. And two grown men. I mean, I've never seen somebody up my ass as much as these people are.
Why did you let them up in your ass? That's my first question.
I didn't. It's because
they forcibly went up your ass?
No, see, so it's because I wouldn't dunk on this guy who was stolen valor. His name was Fraud at Wrangler, Michael Kaiser. There's some allegations of 14 years ago he shot an actual veteran and stole his stuff. That's what the allegations were. That I was not happy with at all. The guy has since, like, I don't know, kind of like did some weird thing where he's trying to like make his life better. And I'm not, these people like mercilessly, they're doing like, they did way worse to him than they're trying to do to me. It's fucking not affecting me at all. At the end of the day, I know what the fuck I did. And when it does come out, and I'm not going to put it out. When these fuckers put it out, they're going to fucking have to eat a big giant bag of dicks, or they're just going to lose all the credibility.
But hold on, that doesn't make sense. If they were to put it out and improve your point, why would they put it out?
Well, they put it out to prove my point if they had integrity. Are you not fucking catching up here? Come on.
No, I'm not. Like, why would they want to prove that you have integrity?
Or are they degenerates?
I don't know, but I'm asking, why would they want to prove that you have integrity?
If they have integrity based, if they have integrity.
You're saying they don't. You're saying they don't. So then why?
If they have integrity.
No, but you said that they didn't prior to this hypothetical.
Because they're going on limited information. To what they have access to, it does look a little weird.
But
they have limited access to records.
What do they have access to?
What the fuck, dude? What is your fucking topic? Fuck with fucking GS tonight?
No, it's delusional.
You have nothing going on in your channel right now, dude.
And my questions are weak questions.
Like, seriously, dude, what the fuck?
Why are these questionings triggering you?
Gay fucking homo.
Why are these questions triggering you? I'm just
what base Oracle's trying
stop,
to say?
Dude. You're like so fucking addicted to drama. Look at you. What the fuck? We had this
I
conversation.
didn't make a 4-minute video. I didn't make it.
You keep asking questions. I keep answering. I mean, you don't accept the answer. The answer is that either they're going to have fucking integrity and actually release it properly, appropriately, redacted, and in full, and it will be the actual DD-214. And if it is, I will say, yep, that's it. Is it going to be miraculously amazing? No. I got a 4-stack on my rack. My rack is a 4-stack. It's 1 stack less than than their sergeant major that they got their tongue up his ass.
Your rack is a 4-stack. Okay.
You know, the one that he has behind him, his big shadow box where he's got his fucking aerosol on his fucking bicep and he's got his combat patch on his fucking right shoulder.
Yeah.
But he says I'm a walking fucking shadow box, or that I have a shadow box and all I care about is my military service. The dude's like a billboard for, look at me, I served my country.
Why did you make these guys so angry?
Because I would. Okay, I'm going to say
internet.
it one more time. Because I wouldn't dunk on a dude that they all but destroyed.
Hi, Sarah.
His name is Fraud at Wrangler, right? He's got a channel called Fraud at Wrangler. He's Michael Kaiser. You look up his name on the internet. He's been arrested for quite a few things.
Hi, Sarah.
And the allegations is that he shot a fellow veteran in the head twice with his back turned. He was in a wheelchair, and he had some of his guns. And there's some rumors that he might have stole his PSP. That's about all I know. I don't fucking really care otherwise. But the fact that I'm not trying to fucking destroy the guy is the reason why they hate me. Like, they're super chiefs, right? They're these super secret squirrels and super soldiers. They couldn't handle fucking destroying the guy. I mean, just because I'm not going to destroy him and step on his fucking neck or jump from the third rope and fucking while he's unconscious on the map, then they're going to come after me and call me stolen valor?
Who is Mirrors 420? Anyone know?
He's one of the cunts.
Okay, we'll bring him on. Hey, Mirrors.
Hey, how you going, Based and panel?
Very good.
Hello.
Can you hear? How's my audio? Okay.
It's good. GS said that you're one of the fucking cunts, I believe.
Yeah, but the way I look at it, cunts are useful.
You're not even from my country, and you're gonna fucking opine about my fucking military service?
One thing I won't do is butt in, GS. So when you finish, let me know. You finished?
No, I didn't let you know yet.
All right, he's finished. Go on, Mirrors.
Okay, let's cut the bullshit, GS. How about you tell them the truth? Seriously.
Yeah, you're right, proper cunt.
Based gives you airtime, so appreciate it. Mr. Donald Atwater Cameron, you don't know much about it. GS.
The fuck are you even talking about? I just fucking explained it to him.
No, you didn't. But anyway, I'm not here for him. Kaiser will get his justice. GS, why don't you tell Base the truth about your military career?
Why don't you tell him the truth about my military career?
Well, you never saw war.
Yeah, I didn't just say I carried my my company commander off the fucking helicopter and there wasn't a whole man in there in a fucking body bag. I didn't just fucking say that.
Okay, can you?
And I don't have rucksacks fucking lying on the floor next to my wall over there that I went to war. I don't have fucking boots that seen more combat than you. I don't have cases that have the fucking APO address of where I fucking went. But here's the thing: what you're trying to do is you're trying to provoke me to give you information. Fuck you, cunt. Go fucking find it out for yourself. I'm not going to fucking do your work for you.
Can the mirror guy?
And you slanderous fucking piece of shit.
Hold on, GS.
Okay.
Can the mirror guy just make the claim so that
Sarah, shut the fuck up.
Well, I want to know.
Wait,
what
you
the
like
claim
Sarah?
is.
Why are you talking to Sarah like
she's
that?
a
You
fucking
like her?
backstabbing little bitch. I think everyone is right about that. You are a fucking backstab. I've been nothing but fucking respectful to you, Sarah.
Well, I want to know what the claim is. This is confusing.
Okay, the claim. All right,
He just made it that I never went to fucking war, and I just answered it, Sarah. Were you fucking paying attention, or were you too busy fucking hating on me?
Well, hold on a second. I do apologize.
Nobody here is hating
Hold
on
on a
you.
second. I do apologize. I'm trying to work with the drill right now, so I might have not heard it. So I
GS.
apologize.
don't pipe
I didn't
in.
hear.
GS, she asked me a question, so I'm going to answer it.
Mirror, I'm gonna ask you a question. Why
We
are you a
are-
sniveling little fucking
Look,
twat?
the name of the stream is Delusional Bitches. We're just trying to figure out who's delusional and who's not. That's all.
All right. So the delusion is generally specific thinks he is a disabled combat veteran. That is fake, false, and full of lies.
Yeah, what's your fucking reason and evidence for that?
The
Skippy?
DD214, mate. The DD214.
My DD214?
Anyway, based.
Yeah.
I
Which
just want
one?
to clear something up, mate. That this bloke will bring your channel down. I'm telling you. Have a great time. Goodbye.
Fucking slanderous cunt, dude. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is exactly my wife fucking pinned E5 on me. You fucking assholes, dude. You
I'm not
fucking moron.
disputing anything from anywhere. I was just looking to, he
I'm
had
telling
his
you,
two
man,
cents.
these motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah,
they're
it's
fucking
not
evil.
ours to
They
dispute.
will not. I promise you, they will not fucking rescind their fucking bullshit. They'll keep doubling down. They'll keep moving the goalpost. They'll say that the actual DD214 that I produce, if I produce one, which I fucking will not for these cunts, is not real.
Okay. So I think, well, hold on, I fight. You can ask, but hold on. So I think the dispute is coming in. I mean, I think this is where the rubber meets the road, is that the claim of the people who don't like you is that you are a veteran and you are injured, but you weren't injured during combat. Therefore, you're not a combat.
I was injured during airborne operations in training with hazardous duty pay, which, oddly enough, qualifies me to be considered a disabled combat veteran, but not in the original sense of it. It's because I was under the hazardous duty.
Yeah.
And a Black Hawk static line jump. I said a Black Hawk static line jump every time I've ever said it, and these motherfuckers said I fast rope, all this other shit. I'm not fucking air assault qualified.
All right.
I've been lied about. They can't. I've got fucking videos out there. All they got to do is fucking play it and listen to it. But yet every fucking thing I say, they fucking lie. When I said I was an E3 calling cadets, that was in fucking Korea in my first year. My platoon sergeant, I went from E1 to E3. My platoon sergeant said if I would have stayed there one more month, he would have pinned fucking Spec 4 on me. You want to talk about fast tracking? I was fast tracking like a motherfucker. I was calling cadence for an entire battalion as an E3. That's how good my leadership was in Korea. Not because I was awesome, because there's good leadership in Korea. I had really good leadership, 1st and 5 and 9th Parachute Infantry Regiment. I did not fucking deploy with them because I wasn't there in 2009, you dumb fucks. I left fucking Fort Polk in 07. This is what I'm saying. These motherfuckers have all the fucking shit wrong. They have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. They're castigating a fucking decent fucking veteran, not an awesome veteran, not top notch. I'm a fucking run-of-the-mill, basic, average fucking paratrooper, an average fucking Cav Scout who loves serving his country. And the thanks I get is these motherfucking cunts are going to fucking disparage my fucking service, demand that I fucking jump through their fucking hoops and show my DD-214. I would never fucking ask another vet to produce that. Even if they acted like they were saying some stolen valor shit, as long as they weren't fucking getting benefits from it, I would say fucking not all about it. It's really none of my business. And these people are absolute fucking dinguses. And here's the rub, Based. You know what I'm saying? I really hope that they're going to have the integrity that if they actually do put out my DD-214, I hope they don't put it out unredacted, because then I will be suing. And that's actually a federal crime. That's called doxing.
That's what the video said, by the way.
Right. No, he's just playing, dude. He's just being a fucking punk ass. He's just trying to poke the bear.
Hey, GS, can I
yes,
jump in real quick?
But why allow yourself to be poked? All right, go on, iPhone.
No, I'm not being poked. You're missing the point. I'm not going to produce the shit. I'm going to continue to meme these motherfuckers and laugh on them and clown on them. But everyone's telling me that's not worth my time. You'd rather fucking keep probing me for questions so that they can get more information, and I'd rather not fucking answer them.
I'm not working
make
for
them do
no
the
one.
fucking job.
I'm not
Not
working
you,
for
but
no one.
everyone else is fucking asking questions. I'm not interested in answering any more questions.
AGS.
I would have been happy to about 3 months ago. I would have fucking told you my whole fucking military story and brought out fucking pictures and everything.
All right, let's rewind time. Let's rewind time. All right, go on, iPhone.
I think you've made your case pretty clear. I would just suggest that Based and Sarah weren't trying to provoke you. They probably had good intentions when they were trying to just, generally ask you questions.
Specifically.
And it acts, specifically. And so I think they didn't realize that they were opening that Pandora's box of, a lot of shit that's been going on. And so I think we got the picture much clearer now. So I'm sorry that you're having to deal with this. And
dude, do not apologize to me. I'm fucking loving this. But what I don't like is people telling me what I should and shouldn't invest my time in.
But clearly
that's my fucking time. I'm an autonomous fucking man. I'm an adult. Been an adult for a long time. I got fucking grandkids. My kids are grown.
I've been an adult for like 2 years.
Yes. So
I got it fucking handled. I can handle my fucking business, and if I want to fucking act a little elevated and angry, just like Base can hit that X button and kick me the fuck off his platform at any time. Guess what? So the fuck can I.
Okay, so I think they weren't trying to provoke you, but again, they accidentally provoked you, and so hopefully we can all be friends and maybe just move on to another topic.
You have no idea how happy I'll be when they fucking show my DD-214. If they show my DD-214.
Hopefully it'll be redacted.
Unredacted.
So yeah,
I am fucking proud of it.
I want to know how somebody obtains that, like without.
It's public information. It's on the internet.
It's because we're government issued. Yeah, we're government issued, so they can request it. But it's supposed to go to them it's supposed to go to them redacted unless they're like next of kin or they have. I don't know a whole lot about it honestly, so I don't really want to opine it because I could be wrong. And at the end of the day, I really don't care as long as I'm not putting my birthday, Social Security, all that stuff out there. I really don't care that it's out there. I'd be happy to see it out there. I would have probably shown it if I could. It's up in the closet somewhere. My wife's got all the important stuff, along with my retirement flag and stuff like that. I mean, it's like it's just crazy how these people just like because I won't dunk on a dude who's already on the ground. I mean, the guy's all but buried in a fucking grave, and they want me to do the final death knell on him. I'm not interested.
GS, somebody would like to know if you can apologize to Sarah for being a big baby.
No, I don't think I'm going to. Absolutely. I'm not going to apologize to Sarah because she opined on something that she wasn't even paying attention to.
She might not have known she was opening opines, though, to be.
Yeah, you were opening opining, Sarah.
I'm just trying to inquire.
I still love you, Sarah. Don't
stop
get me wrong.
pining for the fjord, Sarah. Just stop the pining.
I'm pining.
Well, Seven City Kid, I'm not wrong when I'm talking about my own life, but apparently you guys seem to know me allegedly better than I know myself.
I don't think there's much delusion going on here. There's just a lot of bad communication and some accidental, opening of uncomfortable
What I'm hearing you say, Fi, is it's all Sarah's fault. I agree.
Pretty much. Whenever there's problem in a room full of men and one woman, it's always the woman's fault.
That makes sense.
Just like
I will happily, if it makes GS feel better, I will happily take all of the
I'm
blame.
not in my
No,
feelings, Sarah.
hey, Sarah,
Pardon me,
it's a
hold
joke.
on.
You
It's
just
a
triggered
joke,
me again,
retard.
Sarah. Way to go. Now I'm triggered
Hold on
all
a
over
second.
again.
To the panel and to GS specifically, I deeply apologize for opening a can of shit that you have been dealing with, unfortunately. But technically, I didn't ask the first question.
I don't know what's worse, when the women start yakking or the military people start yakking. They just never
Right?
stop.
I want to talk more about World War II, man.
I wanted to ask.
I know you do, but
questions.
this about delusion.
Okay.
Right.
There's
So-
no delusions based. We've moved past that. There's no delusion going on there. It's just very sensitive subjects that probably shouldn't be
Well,
discussed.
I think there
live
is a little
YouTube
delusion. Well, here's the only delusion that I'm going to point out is that I believe, right, like you're being, I mean, it seems to me you're being triggered by what these people are doing, and as you put it, that they are lying on you. And I'm not disagreeing. I'm not making any opinion or claim as to that. But my point is, I think where the delusion comes in is in terms of going along with what you're saying. Why do you think that entertaining any of this, like making the 4-minute video, you know, going on about it, like talking about it, keeping it so open, will end it?
Oh, you think I want it to end?
So you want it to continue?
Have you not seen your thumbnails?
So why did
Have you
Sarah
not
just
seen your
apologize
thumbnails,
then
Base?
if you want
Base,
it to
I give you
continue?
Exhibit A, your thumbnails. Do you want it to end?
My thumbnails.
Yeah, your thumbnails.
The
You don't see
drama, dude.
people's
He's talking about
dismembered
the
heads all
drama.
over the place?
The ongoing drama.
No,
The
the-
ongoing drama.
Your thumbnails on your videos.
Oh, my videos. Oh, yeah.
I'm having the time of my friend. Who thinks I want this to end?
Well, probably Sarah, because she just apologized for opening up the can that you don't want to end.
Past it again.
Quit being delusional.
Sarah, it's Base's
my
fault now.
fault
You're off
again.
the hook.
No, it's all my fault again. I did
Yeah.
it again, guys. I'm
We
sorry.
need someone to blame. So
Sometimes I cut myself just to
Even-
feel alive.
Even with the mute button on, I still mess up. I'm so sorry.
Exactly. You need to
Damn
push
it,
the
Sarah.
mute harder. Okay, so I kudos to answering the question correctly, GS. Like I said, I got kicked out of a right-wing conservative Discord for asking you that question, by the way.
Why?
And so because you don't dare ask people, you know,
Why, they
if
think you're like a Fetty or something like that?
no, they thought, how dare I ask the question about honorable? All wars are honorable. I'm obviously a traitor and a communist because only dirty, filthy degenerates would question our military service. But anyways, good job, GS. For like I said, most people don't even handle the first part of the question, and you jump to the hard part. So I salute
I mean,
you, sir.
I love my country. I'm not necessarily a giant fan of my government right now,
Me
but I do
neither.
love my country. I think our fellow countrymen are probably the most generous in the world.
I wish we had good wars for you guys to fight. So
I wish we
I'll
had
tell you
no
what.
wars.
I will start a country called Conservataria, and y'all can serve in my military, and we're gonna fight the real bad guys. How's that sound?
Just like when Homer Simpson claimed his own country. for
Yeah,
his
like
house.
Pretoria or
Is
something.
that why they had a dome around the building or around the city?
It's more like a little community of like good and intelligent people that want to save their country, you know, because it's going
No,
down
no,
the
I was
shitter
talking
really
about
fast.
the Simpsons. Was that the episode where there's like a dome around like?
Oh, I'm sorry. I
the
thought
No,
you
city?
were
he
talking about
made
real stuff.
he made like his house like a whole.
Oh,
he
that's right.
Made it his house a whole country,
That's
and they surrounded him.
With like tanks or some shit.
Yeah, and Family Guy did it. It was like Pretoria. He
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm
declared himself a
confused. I was thinking Family Guy. You're right. Never mind. But yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know Simpsons did that. That's
They
hilarious.
did it first. They did everything first. Everyone copies Simpsons.
They predicted some weird stuff, man.
They predicted Trump. That was a pretty good call.
Yeah. Speaking of
Anyways,
Trump.
delusion based. Are we done with delusions, or do we need to keep going?
I've got a different answer for that base. Probably a little bit more of a introspective or not introspective, but more thoughtful answer to that.
Okay,
if you don't mind. I think the delusion on my part would be trusting people as much as I do. But I can't not. Does that make sense? Like you gotta keep hoping and reaching out, because sometimes you can become really jaded. But you have to ask yourself, am I being deluded by trusting people. But what's the alternative? To trust no one at all?
No, hope is not delusion. You can have hope even if it's not rooted in reality. So that's different.
Well, I think first you really need to trust yourself. And from there, I guess I would ask, what are you trusting people with?
Good
faith. I guess trusting in their humanity. I mean,
that they're
people
not
do
aliens?
some pretty awesome things, but they also do some really
humans do some evil shit, dude. So that doesn't narrow it down.
Do you mean like trusting in their morality, like that type of thing?
Humanity. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know what that exactly means, because morality would, might not. Some secular people might be like, well, that sounds churchian, and
how about honor? Is honor a better word? Honor.
Yeah, maybe that. I mean, let's explore that. I mean, what do you think morality would mean in that situation? And can we make it universally acceptable between churchians and secular? And is that possible? You want to explore that though, based, or no? Try to narrow a definition for that.
Are you delusional in thinking that religion and
no? The term you were talking about moral, and I thought that would necessarily kind of make some people that are secular think, well, that sounds churchian, and I'm not into that. Can we define morality in a way that'll satisfy both groups?
Oh, I can answer this question. Are you religious?
I think religion is where faith goes to die. Relationship.
Okay, so the answer is if you don't adhere to a religion, then you're stuck in ethics land, and you can't ever escape that trap.
Okay. Have you ever listened to Stefan Molyneux?
Yeah, I've heard some of his stuff.
Yeah, he's got a really interesting. I think he's got like some rules or something. It's kind of like his the 10 Commandments for like religious people or spiritual people. It's kind of
but Confucius did it better. So again, it's still
explain
ethics.
that to me. I'm interested. Well, I mean,
so absent religion, whenever man tries to attempt to approach morality, they try to use like logic and reason and intuition and feelings and democracies and big sticks that beat people over the head and stuff. And so what happens is you can't ever find the answer. There is no objective truth about ethics. So ethics is stuck in the world of relativity, in which it's your feelings versus my feelings. And so science and nature will never answer the question for you, because first of all, nature doesn't give a shit about your feelings. It doesn't care if you feel like something is good or bad. And you can't.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Don't lose your thought. But I've always seen this with like elephants. Have you ever seen an elephant mother mourning for the death of one of their children? That's not cold and brutal.
That's instincts. That's pre-programming.
Right, but is it just instincts? Is it just nerve endings?
Yes.
There's no like thought behind the sadness, and they're literally crying.
They have thoughts, but they're pre-programmed thoughts. They're not free will thoughts.
Okay, interesting. All right.
Okay. So that's the difference, by the way, between sentience and sapience. So sentients are still able to think and act, but they're pre-programmed to think and act. So they're basically robots. They're like fancy robots.
Interesting. Yeah.
So the difference between sapience is the free will, in which
hold on.
why humans are different.
Hold on. I'm sorry, Fi.
Yes.
So you said, and I'm very interested in this, and so I'm trying to understand this. I don't think I'm trying to derail it. So you said that they're programmed to do a certain function. Then wouldn't that be a waste in programming, or is it a feature or a bug that they're crying and wasting time? That seems woefully inefficient if they're actually basically programmed.
It can aid sapient beings into understanding the most basic functions of life and sentience, and therefore they can use that as a reference point to evolve and grow from.
Are you talking like empathy?
Yeah. Like, you notice how going back to humans, you notice how some humans are like evil motherfuckers that will kill and not feel bad about it and stuff like that? So, at least animals are pre-programmed to like mourn, pain and suffering and the death of their children and stuff like that, except for pets that eat their babies. But anyways, don't mind them. Anyways, so that it's like a reference point, so we can recognize that part of ourselves. Humans are also animals. We're not like apart from animals. We're also animals, but we're higher and above than animals. We're way more complicated. And that's why we have free will and sapience and wisdom.
Is there a level of machine / programming with us as well?
Of course. That's my point.
Is the caveat to that that lets us give that key access is free will is that one thing that kind of gives us that one extra level?
Free will is the ability to override all those things. So, like, animals can't free will choose to override their programming or their instincts or their conditioning. Humans can. So even if we were programmed or conditioned or even brainwashed into something, we can still free will reject all of the above and make our own choice regardless.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's how you.
Yeah, I like your thought patterns, man. I really do. It's you bring up some really interesting concepts, man. It tickles my brain.
That's the first time he's ever heard that somebody likes his
That's
thought
our first
patterns.
time.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm just dog shit dumb then. I don't know.
That's all right. Military, they're pretty.
So look, this conversation is actually really good. I'm glad you brought this up. However, I am bored. Stream over.
Okay. Later.
All right, guys.